Yeah, buddy. Cheese Grits and NyQuil, Western Massacre Lock Sport, and we have Texas Rebel with us tonight. This is a pleasant surprise.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
No, but those might be. So welcome, Texas Rebel. We are getting crushed with snow here in the Northeast, so hopefully the precipitation and all that stays away from you guys.
Yeah, I was. You guys missed it, but I was giving Mr. Cheesy Grits here a hard time earlier. We're getting some very cold weather down here in Texas, and take it back. We don't want it. You take that crap north. It was 26 last night. Pretty chilly.
Yeah, what's your average temperature down there?
Texas is bipolar. It just depends on the year. I mean, last week we were in the 80s and 90s, and yesterday it was 30s in the day and mid 20s at night. So, just depends.
All right, so I got this pulled up. Let me get the chat up so I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to show live on your page, which maybe I just need to update it. Yep, it's on you live. There we go. And I'm going to mute it. And I've got the comments up so I can see them now. Cool. I see you drinking too. What are you drinking?
Tonight's not a sponsor. Drink of the night, Diet Coke.
Okay.
I should go stock in that company.
I am doing some I will not say the brand, so I'm not sponsoring anybody with my 30 subscribers, but I'm doing some blackberry whiskey and lemonade. So it's a blackberry lemonade. They're pretty good. Pretty good.
We're getting close to Christmas, so yes. There'll be some cheese grits in the sauce really soon.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this out. And we got G. Keyman. Hello and welcome. We got Swamp Picker.
Oh, yep. Hey, what's up, boys?
There we go. So let's wait for a couple more people in here, and then we can do some stuff. I got all sorts of good stuff coming out tonight. I've been patiently waiting for tonight.
Yeah, you were waiting since last week.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a month and a half. To be honest with you. Yeah. So what are you working on lately? I saw you got your you got your blue whale?
Yeah, I've been picking for just under a month now, but I got my blue whale knocked out. I got my 200K. That patch just came in.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
and I've already done 3 of the lockjaw challenges. I've done the Berserker, the Night Watch, and the Pack Leader.
Yeah, they're the thing I like about the lockjaw is like the first one there, the Assassin. That's a little bit. That's out of my level. I'm a purple level picker, but picking them that quick is not like old man winter up here,
Well, even if I could pick them that quick, disassembling them without losing parts would be the challenge for me.
I'm great at sending springs AWOL. Like that's
one thing I have bought when I went to Harbor Freight and bought the little toolbox is I bought one of their little
that's
parts
great.
Things, and it's got a huge magnet on the bottom and doesn't help so much when I drop brass pins, but if I drop springs and stuff, this thing has helped me tremendously.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I need to get me one of those.
Yeah, they're a couple bucks. But as far as your question,
Joe, hello. Gray Hacker, hello. Grouchy Lay, hello. Yeah. All sorts of people. Good.
Yeah, Gray Man said he just did his entry for Airways Toys bobby pin. I got to shoot that one. I haven't done that yet.
I have never opened a lock with a bobby pin. So that's like, I'm going to do it. But that's going to be definitely way outside my skill set.
Gotcha. So here, I just saw that Swamp Picker asked in the comments, he said, what's the middle screen for? It's for this. There you go.
Gay. It's gay. You need a whole bunch of those.
We're going to be doing an unboxing.
That unboxing.
So we're both gonna be doing unboxing. He's just got my screen up early. I think he's gonna flip his around or whatever he's gonna do when he does his unboxing. But I've been trying to pick since I got my blue belt, I'm trying to get this Medico M3. And I've watched the videos, I've been studying the websites, and it is just I'm not feeling inside when I try and apparently from what I watched, if you tension clockwise, the pins are going to bind up first and then the lock bar. If you go counterclockwise, it's opposite. The lock bar is supposed to bind up first, so you can try and rotate the pins. And every once in a while, get a pin to bind going one way or the other, but I can't. I don't feel like I'm
I
making
wasn't
progress.
listening very close when you were telling me about it, but I got the exact same lock right here, and I know
Okay.
the exact same problem you were having. Like, I stuck my pick in there and wiggled around a little bit. I will deep dive the Medico here pretty hard at some point, but yeah, you look at the key and you go WTF, and
Yeah,
then
I mean, it makes sense to me. Like I said, I've watched the video, so I'm wrapping my head around it. But what I'm feeling is just I'm not getting it yet. I'll get there. And then the other one I did here, I'll kind of pull this in the screen so you guys can see this disassembled mess. I bought one of the I was surprised like Lowe's or Home Depot, the quick set, the smart key locks. They're only, 15, 16 bucks. And I'm like, hey, a purple lock for 16 bucks. That sounds great. So I picked it up when I was in town and I was
they're a
grinding
mess
and
inside.
yeah, well, and it's the whole you got to bypass the side, putting a tool in the sidebar. So I ground down some of the cheap picks I bought off Amazon when I first thought about getting into this like 2 years ago.
Yep.
I was making those, and the way this lock bar is inside this thing, I bent the locking bar on the side. And so the entire lock is bricked and useless now. It's like, okay, I'm back to one purple lock. I only own one purple lock right now, and I can't get it. It's that Medico.
You can bend those. Maybe
Yeah,
that's what's wrong with them.
Oh, it's taking.
I know the wafers in there are like really, really thin and they're small and
So the one that's on my desk is a GoPro, and you can't really see very well in it. So I'm going to see if my main camera will show it a little better, if that's going to focus. But there, you can kind of see how the pin's got a little bar on each end.
yeah.
So that's where the spring goes in it. So when you try and slide in your pick to go on top of it, I was hitting this little dog ear and bending it over.
You bent it up. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've rebent it back, but I've done it 2 or 3 times now, and the whole thing's kind of out of whack, and it's binding up inside the cylinder, and it's like, yeah, it's just it's scrapped.
I made this out of a paper clip to do mine. I still haven't gotten mine, but because I make jewelry, I happen to have the roller mill.
Okay.
So I take the paper clip and I crank it in and crank it out and I crank it down in and out and it like wafers it out beautifully.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Problem is the metal is so soft that
I ended up taking a couple picks, and I mean, I bent them, and then even the backside, I was taking them to a file, and I was filing them down to try and make the tip narrower to fit in there, and then I could wedge in the thicker part to actually put tension on the bar. But like I said, I just ended up bricking the whole damn lock. So
yeah, I'm no stranger to
Mongo smash.
Hello, Rusty Spoon. Welcome. Good to see you. I'm glad your package got to you. I think all my packages made it where they were going. There might be one in California still traveling. Everybody got a bag of caramel creams. It's funny, Grouchy Lenny. Hoping Grits' mail call is good news. No, you're not. You're hoping they send me a brick. I've been stressing out getting this package from Australia, and they know it's here. So they're hoping I don't get what I want. They want to see me fall apart at the seams.
Gotcha. Well, this is your show, so why don't you go first? And I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the show like everybody else. So whether you want to turn off my screen or minimize my input so that they can see you big screen, and let's open up your stuff.
Okay, well let's do this. I gotta change the mirror on the camera. There we go. There we go. All right.
Suppose I can do that on mine.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I got a bad habit of hitting the wrong buttons on this.
Yeah, I just ordered a instead of this GoPro, I ordered one of those Swamp Picker recommended it to me. It's a Mini 2 camera. I don't know but it's designed for webcam and you can zoom in. I forget exactly what it's called when I look it up here. But I was impressed with the video he was putting out and jumped on for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever the heck it is. Let's see here. What is this thing called or who makes it? This is a OBSBot, OBSBOT, Tiny 2, 4K camera, pan, tilt, zoom, all that jazz. So I'm hoping that does better because, man, this GoPro, when I'm doing gutting videos for my belts and trying to get close-ups of the pins, it is so out of focus.
So I got a gift here from you. We're going to start with that. Because I am excited to see what you sent me. I do know what it is, but I got a little care package from Texas Rebel.
And here, I'm gonna take one of my cameras offline so that we can have your screen bigger. There we go.
Harley Flying Club, very cool. Texas Rebel, awesome. I need to get me some poker chips. I don't have these.
Yeah, so ironically, obviously on the back of that's my riding stuff. Is I had those made up for the motorcycle stuff I do. I ride all over the country. And a lot of my friends in the motorcycle association I'm in will put me up for the night, and I don't want to just go to the local Harley dealer and buy them a chip. So I had my own custom chips made up, and then I got in this thing and found out y'all do it too. But I'm already sitting on 300-400 chips, so everybody's just going to get those for now.
Yeah, this is awesome, and yeah, I will call you brother. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I am part of our American flag that has flown over the U.S. Can no longer fly. The sun and winds caused me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder. Dude, this is phenomenal.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I served in the U.S. Navy during Desert Storm.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you to all our vets, and thank you to you for this.
My pleasure. Yeah, that's a charity.
This is
they
super
take
cool.
retired flags and send them out to vets. So I've got one of those sewn on my biker vest, and I try and send those to vets.
Yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah, awesome. I'm kind of speechless. Thank you. And we got a bylock, which is awesome because I, as you people all know, I have an amazing infatuation with this particular lock. Let's light it up a little more. We don't have a key for this, but you said you have one there, and we can have somebody cut one, but yeah,
I can go to the place I got this from and see if they'll cut another one, and I'll mail it to you because I think tomorrow the stickers I ordered are supposed to be in. So I owe you a sticker still.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I gotta get a bunch of stickers out to people. Thank you. Yeah, if you can get one cut, let me know what it costs, and I'm happy to pay for the key and the shipping. Thank you so much. This is amazing.
Don't worry about it, my friend. I got you.
Appreciate it. I got to get those.
Happy to reciprocate the gesture. Hint, hint. I'll be opening a package from him later.
Yeah, mine's not nearly as cool though. We've got Eagle Lockpicking sent us a care package as well. If you don't know who Eagle Lockpicking is, he's a young buck in the picking world, but he is already a brown belt, and he is killing it in both challenge locks and in opening the hard, like amazingly hard locks. Some of which I have sitting on my bench here, and there's no sight on the horizon for that. But this is a cutaway. Is a 3D printed cutaway body that goes to, I want to say it's a brown belt lock. I'm looking for the lock right now. Right here, the Miwa D9. which,
Oh, geez.
yeah, it's a nutty keyway, nutty key. So this core should come out and fit into this, and so I can learn how to pick it that way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the idea at least. Now, whether that happens or not, yeah, that's another ball game. But that's from Eagle Lockpicking. Thank you so much. That's phenomenal. Fantastic, as Archibald would say. All right. Keeman got G. Keeman got his message redacted. Rock out. Hello, welcome. Nightmare. Hello, welcome. All right. I feel like Christmas.
Walkout with your walkout. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff with the picking of the cuffs, as well as I'm pretty sure he does a lot of veteran fundraising and things like that.
I just went and subbed.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely sub to him.
Yeah, I've found any of these live videos. Pretty much anybody in the chat area probably has a channel, and I'm trying to sub to them all.
Yep. Yeah, that's the way to do it. There's a lot of people that pop in and out. Rockout does a lot of giveaways. He does a lot of just good things for the community in general.
Nice.
Great channel. We have Swamp Picker sent me one. I forget what was in it. Like, I've been sitting on some of these for a week or more, waiting for the moment to do them all at once. So I had a decent Christmas morning, but I should have maybe done some of these. Oh, got another chip. We got a Swamp Picker chip.
There you go.
Love that Gator logo.
Well, that's going to be a collector item. He ended up changing his logo, so I'm guessing that's going to be a one-time deal. If when he runs out, those won't be remade.
Who changed your logo?
Swamp Picker. He's got a different logo. If you look on his channel
really?
now, it's a different logo. Yeah, he initially went with that, and then he changed it shortly thereafter. But I'm guessing he had already ordered the chips. So
we got Raking Raccoon, Sea Stew Do, Nola. Yeah, we got all sorts of people here. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thanks for clearing that up, GK. I thought you censored yourself.
what's up, Raccoon?
Oh, yeah, buddy. Got some stickers. Gonna go right there on my box. And a little love note here. Oh, he'll send his new logo. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Swampy. I think that's that. I've been waiting. I won the CLK giveaway a while back too, and I've been waiting for that to come in, and that has finally arrived. And it's a big, massive box, so I don't know what's in it. I sent him an email. I go, I won about 3 weeks ago, and I know you send things out in bulk mailings. If you sent me something, it didn't come. And then this shows up. Oh, wow. There we go.
You got a big haul.
We do. This is cool. All sorts of paraphernalia in here. Those of you that don't know, my name is Patrick. It's okay to call me Patrick. It's okay to call me Cheese Grits. It's okay to call me Nightmare. It's okay to call me whatever you want.
Just don't call you late to dinner, right?
Don't call me late to dinner, which is not that big of a deal. I can stand to lose a few pounds. So we got a toque. We got a Lock Boss toque, which yeah, I'm a toque wearer.
Now, is that a beanie? I've never heard the term toque before.
Yeah, toque is one of those North Midwest Canada things.
A toque, eh?
A toque, you can't drink beer without a toque on. There ain't no drinking beers without toques. All right, let's go back. There we go. We got a lock boss, license plate thing. I can't back this camera out anymore. Got a notebook. There's always room for a notebook. And they've got some cool shirts. They sent me a shirt.
Oh, that's cool. It's like a blueprint.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Of got a deadbolt and the breakdown, and that's really cool.
Yeah, somebody in one of their lives was talking about getting on a website, seeing if they could find those, and doing like prints that they framed to put on their office wall. And I thought that was kind of a cool idea.
Yep, I actually just made a metal panel print of my logo, and it went out to, who did it go out to? I don't remember. It went out to somebody. Somebody got it, and I made one for Rusty Spoon of her logo. So she got a metal print of hers, which it came out really nice. It was cool. What else we got here? We got a love letter from them too. If you don't know CLK's, if you make a comment, hashtag LockBoss on all their weekly videos, then you're entered into the drawing every week during their live feed. So they like 3 or 4 videos a week, where you just go on there and you hashtag LockBoss and whatever, give it a thumbs up, and then they give away a box of swag to 5 people every week, I believe. Oh, look at that! Very cool, big old love letter from them. Awesome.
Is it CLK Supplies? Is that who you're talking about?
Yep, CLK Supplies.
Okay, I'm subbed. I'm getting all kinds of subs tonight.
Yeah, this is a great little care package. I want to say thank you to CLK. I did not expect all of this. Wow. I knew I was getting something, but wow.
Yeah, you'll have to tag them in the description.
I absolutely will. Once I post it. And then we got, now this is the star of the show. This package comes from Australia. We all know what comes from Australia.
Oh yeah.
In beautiful bylocks. However, I purchased the bylocks. It took 2 weeks to get them sent, which that's fine. Things happen and stuff takes time. Some of the stuff needed to be ordered, like Alpama has a YouTube. He picks these, and he picks these without master wafers. Hold on, sorry, I want to make sure I'm getting it all out. So he's an incredibly high level picker. However, he packed it up, right? Put my name and address on it, brought it to the post office. The post office slapped the wrong shipping label on it, and this ended up with another picker down in Florida by the name of Lost Diver. I reached out to Lost Diver, who also is a high-level picker and has a YouTube. And he was cool enough to not keep my locks and to send them to me. I got his. So to my dismay, I opened a package that's supposed to have 4 bylocks, and it had 1 bylock. Big cost difference there. So we are gonna see. I forget everything that was supposed to come in this.
Sounds like I got another person to go sub to. Lost Diver.
Yeah, Lost Diver. There might be a $sign in the front of his name. There's 2 bilock keys here. One of these has I think it's like a quick change core. Okay, here's 2 of these guys. We got 1 cylinder. We've got one of these awesome little. This is actually the same type of lock that Lost Diver had ordered. Yeah, that key opens that. Not sure what the nipple is, but I'm assuming this
Somebody.
This.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, I'm just rambling.
If anybody in the comment section or watching knows how to tag and knows or has a link for Lost Diver, if you'd please comment it in there so everybody can find it and I can find it too. I just tried to do a search and nothing for lock picking is coming up as Lost Diver. The only Lost Diver's coming up is a guy with 1 subscriber. And
I can link that later.
Okay, yeah, I'll find them later. Then in the hey, Rob joined us too.
Rob Picks, hello, Spicy. Hello, Big Waves to Spicy. We've got bilocks for weeks now. I am not sure what the story on this one is. This turns, but it's only a little turn. Kind of a.
I wonder if that's supposed to go like in a. That's obviously goes into a mortise or something specific that pops with just that little bit of rotation.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, clearly it goes into something, but I'm not so sure what. But yeah, cool. I'm going to pick it at some point. I'm going to pick it.
I'm going to pick it.
Pick the shit out of this lock. And then we got a cam. I believe that's what they're called. Yeah. Yeah, they're all 6-penner. All right, and then this bad boy.
That's a big lock.
Oh, it is a gnarly lock. There was supposed to be some master wafers with this, but that's all right. If they didn't make it, they didn't make it.
Well, there we go. Spicy.
Oh, there they are in here.
Got us a link.
He did send master wafers, so I've got extra springs and master wafers in here. Looks like enough for definitely make it down to a purple level lock. And they fit in any of these locks, which is cool. Yeah, look, keys are nutty. Okay, yeah, bilock padlock. This thing is heavier than hell. Oh, wrong keys. Where am I? Here we go. Wow. There's like 0 spring action in that. Lock is dirty too.
Some WD-40 will take care of that.
Sure. It's cool. It's got this little rubber grommet thing that goes on it. So Alpama, I want to say thank you for making good on this. I wasn't sure if these were actually going to make it to me. And Lost Diver, thank you. Because you could have very easily just not sent these, and that would have been that. So, like, huge respect points go out to you for that. Thank you so much.
Well, he's getting a bunch more subscribers off of this video alone. So,
yeah, good. I hope so.
Good deeds.
We will
Karma
mark both of those.
will come around.
Yeah, we will mark both of those. I definitely want to clean this bilock lock up because that is a gnarly piece of brass.
Oop. We lost you. Oh, there you
There we
are.
go. We lose you?
Yeah, whether I lost you or you lost me, my
Sound's
screen might be my internet. I'm on satellite internet.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Can you
my
hear me now?
sound's
Am I
gone. So
back?
let me reload real quick.
Oh, there you went. I don't know
There.
if y'all are gonna.
Now
There
I
we
can
go.
hear.
Hello.
There we go.
There
Can
we
you
go.
hear me? Yeah. All right.
Yep. Yeah, I lost you for a minute. So whether it's your end or my end, but yeah,
Yeah. So we
everybody
got
else is saying you're the one
master
that
pins.
went blue.
Spicy. There's Lost Diver picks. There we go. Thanks, Spicy.
Yeah, he linked it earlier as well.
Yeah. Sasquatch, hello, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And yeah, now I got one more to open, and it is not lock picking related, but I do want to share it with everybody because I think everybody needs a little art in their life. Um, Steve Leahy, I got some art from Mr. Steve Leahy. He is the man who is painting my giveaway lock for my 500 subscriber giveaway. His art is incredible. I don't know. Some of you have been on his feed. Some of you have not. Those of you that don't know who Steve Leahy is, Stephen Leahy Art is his YouTube. And I used to give a shout out to him every feed. So I need to pull it up, and there we go. Every Monday night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern, Stephen Leahy does his live feed in which he gives away art. What you can win looks like these pieces here. I don't know if you play World of Warcraft, but
I used to be very into it.
this is Invincible from World of Warcraft. I had
Nice.
suggested it a few years back. Yeah, it's so hard. Like it's so hard to see the detail in this on the phone, but wow. Oh wow! He sent me a nickel.
That's awesome.
This is phenomenal. I did not know this was coming. This is phenomenal. Kisses, 5 cents, and it's Gene Simmons on a nickel, like a hobo penny kind of hobo nickel. I don't know. Can you see the detail in that,
Yeah, it's coming through decent.
dude? That's unbelievable.
That's sick.
Wow. Yeah. So this is the guy that's painting the lock, and then I got a picture of Krampus. Now Krampus is my guy. You've Been Bad. It's titled. So
Nice.
yeah, these are little 4x3x4 inch paintings. But this is mind-boggling. Thank you, Steve Leahy. Very, very, very cool. All right, so that's my unboxing. That's my Christmas morning. It's a good Christmas. So
Very nice.
I believe you were up to bat.
All right, let me switch over to my other camera here.
Yeah. I cannot believe that nickel.
Yeah, that thing's pretty slick.
Gene
All
Simmons.
right, guys. I don't have nearly as much to unbox, and this is probably going to not go well because I'm figuring out my camera setup still, and I'm gonna bump this thing and shake you all over the place, but we'll get through it. So first thing I'm going to do is Kevin, aka Everyone's Toys, has been cranking out the challenge locks, so he's got me wanting to work on my stuff. So I've been waiting to open this, but bought a whole bunch of bark.
Oh, there we go.
Do some making my own pins. So we'll see what kind of trouble I can get myself with those. That's going to be catastrophic and ugly. So anyway, got that.
Those things are just fun to have. It. You can do all sorts of stuff with those.
And then Cheesy Grits sent me this, and apparently the package busted, which is why it was delayed. This was actually supposed to come in middle of last week, and I didn't get it until Saturday, I think.
They broke the packaging? I told you the mailman was going to be pissed. It's so, like 9.5 pounds.
I'm not even going to have to open it. We're just going to kind of do what we're doing. Like a pinata. All righty. So apparently I had a miscommunication. I was on a chat with Cheesy Grits and Swamp Picker and somebody else, I don't remember who, and I brought up that I needed to do the Berserker challenge. And then later in the conversation, Cheesy Grits like, well, I'll send you a bunch of locks. And I thought he just meant general stuff, knowing I was a newer guy. So I didn't know. And if you watch my other videos, I went out and bought a bunch of the little baby padlocks from Harbor Freight and knocked it out already. So these have already been promised to Swamp Picker. So those are going to get mailed out to him. So what I think we're going to do with these is I'm heading down to the Austin lock meetup here this weekend and hoping to get some video and share it with you guys. But I'm going to take these with. If anyone there wants to try and work on that challenge, they don't have stuff, I'll have these with me, and I'll probably give them away to somebody down there that doesn't have this kind of stuff. But that is awesome, my friends.
Yeah, man, pay it forward. If you can't use them, like I was trying to help you out, but I will say those gold locks are a bitch to pick for being.
Are they?
Oh, for being white belt locks. Some of them open really easy. Some of them are absolute pains in the ass.
So what you're saying is you're setting me up for failure. Thanks, asshole.
No, they're openable. Like you just got to figure them out, right? But
just on the 5-minute limit for Berserker.
Those are the locks I used in the Berserker myself.
Those you did? Okay, so you're better than.
So I only beat it by 10 seconds because I was having problems with the tension wrench, like moving the tension wrench around. Getting it seated in there correctly, because I mean, honestly, they're cheap locks, so things don't fit the way they should always fit.
Well, I actually put up my fail video when I was doing these. The first time I did, I got a little heavy-handed with my McTickler and ended up tweaking the heck out of my pick, and then one of the locks just wouldn't open even after I shot the video. I messed with it for like 10 minutes, and that lock just will not open. So I ended up throwing that one away and figuring it out. But I appreciate this, my friend. I really do.
Yeah, I'm sorry they didn't get, like, they should have gotten there before, but I'm sorry they took so long. Like when I saw your video come out, I was like, shit.
It's all good. And then I'm not even going to mess around with all that right now. And then the last one was I got a package from Mr. Grouchy Lenny here. So let's see what he sent us.
What's going on, Nico James? How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
All right. So we have a Master Saturn Safety. I'm guessing this is a challenge lock.
Lord Kodiak, hello.
Since this is actually labeled with a name on it, I'm guessing that's a challenge lock.
What's the name on it?
Saturn Safety. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a challenge lock there.
Let me reverse my camera real quick. This is the wrong way. There we go. Maybe that's better. So Grouchy, if you want to chip in, but that'll, if that is, I'm assuming that is my first challenge lock. So thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. And I look forward to playing with that. And when I'm done, I will forward this on to somebody.
Yeah, so, I've literally got to get these ones out. I keep saying I need to get them out and I never get them out. I'm still
What else?
freaking out over Gene Simmons' hobo nickel.
Oh, it looks like I got some dice. He sent me some dice.
Yeah, there we go.
So I've never played D&D. I'm assuming that's what that's for, but
Well, they
it's
can be
just for
for anything. Giveaways. You just
yeah,
do your analogs instead of doing it digitally. Do an
yeah,
analog.
yeah. No, those are cool. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Let's see this last thing. It feels like a poker chip and maybe a sticker. Yep, poker chip and a sticker. Now, are these catnip? Are these scratch and sniff?
Yeah, it's just it smells like kitty. See what I did
That's awesome.
there?
Thank you, my friend. That's going to go up here.
No, Lenny says it's not a challenge lock. Some
That's all right.
companies
I
put in their
appreciate it all the
safety
same.
lock. Just a lotto
Say
for
what? You say it's just a regular lock?
regular lotto lock. Yeah, it's funny because Spicy Nug says all locks are challenge locks, which he's right. Like they all pose some kind of a challenge. Um, you know what I think I'm gonna do? Like I have a lot of extra stickers that I've sent out, but I'm gonna start keeping these stickers like one of everything, and I make a big collage of all the stickers, and then do a print on metal panels and give those away too. I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so people can have a little lock sport wall art. Um, thank you, but that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that meat like that floors me. Thank you so much.
No, my pleasure. Yeah,
Um,
I found
yeah,
out about them and I went and made a donation on their website and then bought a bunch of their things. So I've got like a whole baggie of them.
yeah,
But
having a star from the flag, like absolutely mind-boggling cool.
yeah, whether you
Uh,
keep it in your wallet or whether you sew it onto one of your pick cases or whether you got a favorite jacket or a vest you want to sew it on or whatever.
yeah, that's going to get sewed onto something along with my patches at some point.
Yeah, I've got my cut from my bike association. It sits over my heart up here. It's the nothing gets mounted on my vest higher than that.
Yep, that's awesome. That's a cool idea too. Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, you want to pick some locks? Want to feel
Yeah,
it
I
picking some
suppose
locks?
let's not impress people with my skills.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna switch back to my GoPro here, and we'll clean off this mess on my desk. Yeah, I'll adjust this in a second. Sorry, everybody. Bear with me. It's a learning process. I'm figuring it all out. All right.
Yeah, I'm not figuring it out. It's a learning process, but I'm not figuring it out. I am failing
It's
at
supposed to
it.
be a learning process. I can't say that I'm learning anything.
All right, I'm gonna keep working on this D9, gold D9.
Get out one of my empty cigar boxes here.
I actually need to paint some of those. I got a pile of them, and I need to paint them for just for ha-has. They make awesome challenge lock boxes. Get some
Yeah,
foam.
I'm a big fan of anything from Drew Estate. And
Yeah, me too, bud.
okay, so do you order from Cigars International at all?
No, I order from cigarbid.com.
All right, so Cigars
Which
International. I'll have to look if there's any
they
physical
own
stuff.
Cigar Bid.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, but
So
it's an auction.
right, yeah, I know, I've got a couple friends that do that stuff, those as well. Uh, the Cigars International, they have what they call their CI Legends line. It's
Yep.
just well selling cigars, but they have Drew Estate make this one for them. It's let me grab one out of my humidor and I'll show it to you. So you'll like this as a veteran, even a squid, you'll like this.
Damn squids. Oh, nice. Got the ammo
For what it's
can.
worth, I started as shallow water Navy. I was in the Coast Guard, and then I switched over to the Army as a warrant officer and flew Apaches. But
Yeah, I think I always wanted to be a warrant officer. They just look so sharp in their whites.
well, I don't know how sharp I was, but this is a company called Ammodore, so they sell inserts for your
Oh,
50 cal
that's
ammo.
sexy. Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yep, that's absolutely sexy. I need to get one of those now. You have to
So
send me the info for that company.
yeah, Opulence 03s. Nope, it's in my other humidor.
Yeah, Opulence 3 is
I'm a
great.
hoarder. I have multiple humidors.
Yeah, Opulence 3 is great. They
Yeah.
speaking of Drew Estate, they used to have Natural LTD was a line that they carried, which they had one called a Dirt Torpedo, which was phenomenal. Probably my favorite cigar ever. And they stopped making the whole line. They made pimp sticks. They made all sorts of silly cigars under that line. But the Dirt Torpedo was it was like smoking a frappuccino. It was phenomenal. And I was
I
trying
will
to
still the
figure
smell of the Javas, but smoking them, I'm not big on them.
the Javas. Yeah, they're all right. But I get what you're saying. I had mint Javas and I did not like those.
So here we're gonna properly display this in the vise. But this is a Cigars International, not plugged, not paid for, but CI Legends made
Yep.
by Drew Estate. Have you ever had the Acid Cuba Cuba?
Yeah, the Cuba Cuba is phenomenal.
Okay, this is like a 99% copy of that. It's almost identical,
Yep.
but a box of this 20 cigars is going to run you about $105. They're like
Yeah,
$5 a stick.
yeah, it's not bad.
So that's hard to beat.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
So this
Um,
is my go-to. I got some more expensive stuff, but this is if I'm smoking 90% of the time, this is what I'm smoking.
my go-to from them now, since the Natural LTD is gone, um, is Deadwood. Um,
Yes.
that line is phenomenal. The Girl with No Name is hands down my favorite cigar of all time.
All right, this is going to devolve into a cigar and whiskey show if we don't stay
It's
on
going to
track.
be once I get
Um,
my deck repaired and
but you're talking like one of these, the girl with no name, or like the
yep,
leather rose, or the
yep.
sweet
Leather
Betty,
Roses,
or
yeah, Leather Rose is phenomenal.
yeah, anything from Drew Estate, I absolutely love.
You try one of their Medusas yet?
No,
Yeah, I don't know if you can get them anymore. It was 3 sticks braided together, like, and you could take them apart and give one to two of your friends, or you could smoke the whole giant, giant twist yourself if you wanted to. But that was a really good cigar that they make. And then the egg, which it's like a fucking 90 ring in the middle or
I've
100.
seen, I've seen those. Yes.
And then it tapers down up both ends to nowhere, nothing like, but yeah, it's so big.
All right, we're gonna try this Saturn. I know nothing about this lock. I don't know if it's got security pins. I know nothing.
It's funny. You find other Drew Estate people, it's great because either people love or hate Drew Estate.
Yeah. Well, I found infused cigars in general. Some people love them, and then some people like the. There are some people that just think, oh well, those are amateur cigars. If you're a real cigar smoker, you don't smoke those. And I'm like, I've been smoking cigars for years and religiously, and I love them. So you do
Yep.
you, I'll do me.
Yeah, agreed. Like I'm not necessarily a big fan of black pepper and leather. Like, that sometimes that's not what I want in my mouth.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
some
like my favorite cigars is my other humidor is a. You ever smoked any of the Man of Wars?
no.
They're kind of an online only. You can't find many shops, but their Ruination is one of my favorite cigars. But it's a full body, very heavy cigar. So like, if I'm just out at the gun range or out with my friends, haven't eaten, we're out doing something, and I want to have a cigar, I do something light, like one of those, CI Legends or something like that. The Ruination is a full body, so that's a after dinner steak dinner. Have a glass of wine, taste buds have been assaulted. That's a great time to have one of those. But you just have one out of the blue, and it'll on my ass.
Straighten you out.
Yeah. Yeah, big time. Well,
I am trying to figure out this D9. Like, I got to step away and like redo my computer because everything timed out on my computer. So like the screensaver came on
Gotcha.
and I lost the chat. So I'm going to fix
Yeah.
that, and then I'm going to refill my my beverage, and I'll be right back.
All right. I will do my best to interview. I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick, so I'm off screen. You try Garrison Brothers? No, I haven't heard of them. I'll have to check that out. Night, Grouchy. Thanks for the package, my friend.
All right, I will be right back. 30 seconds.
Okay. I'm just going to try and keep picking this stupid thing. And I've had several clicks, and one of them, it feels like I dropped into a false gate. So it's obviously got at least a spool or something in it. But watch me look this up online. It's going to be yellow or an orange, and I'm not going to be able to get it. I'm just using a standard. That one's trying to counter rotate. How much did you want to go back? Good grief. There we go. So I can definitely feel that I'm getting better on the standard stuff. For those of you that haven't watched my videos yet, I've been doing this less than a month. Like a couple of years ago, I thought about getting into it, messed around with the little clear locks, but I didn't really get into the sport until like a couple of weeks ago. So I'm trying to learn all this stuff, and I've definitely gotten a lot better. And I've actually gotten up to my blue belt. And I've done my blue whale, and I mean, I'm enjoying it, but it's just because I'm able to put in a lot of time right now. The industry I work in, I'm a home inspector, and this to me is fairly slow, so I've got lots of time on my hands.
There we go.
Of course, in the summer, I'm going to be really busy. But trying to take the next step, I've been messing with this, my first Medico, and it feels like I'm a complete noob, just a complete beginner again.
I should play with my Medico. I have only picked around in it a little bit. Like, I do got to go to that website and
yeah.
And
well, one of the things I found one on. It's like from a vending machine. It's just a Medico cam lock, I think, the original one, which could either be a blue belt or a purple belt, depending how many pins. I don't remember the one I bought. So I'll have a second purple, which I need to pick 2 purples anyway to get my purple belt. But one of the websites I was on and one of the videos I was watching, they were saying that if you get a Medico and a mortise cylinder, there's a specific one that has the pins in the top, so it's easier to disassemble. So to set it up for progressive pinning and help you learn how it feels, which either just need to do with the one I've got, even though it's a pain in the ass to disassemble and reassemble, or buy one of those, wait for it to come in and start learning that way. Because I've put a couple hours into picking that thing already, and I don't feel like I am making any progress.
Yeah, I'm the same way with like all these brown belt locks. Nothing.
Well, I haven't even done any research yet. My brown belt, what did I buy? I got with Adam A.M. B. Garrett or whatever his name is on the Lock Bazaar, and I bought several of these in different belt ranks kick cylinders because I already purchased, and of course it's going to be custom order, and it's going to take, I won't see it till next year, but I bought the entire pack lock set of padlocks that are designed for kicks.
Oh,
But
nice.
one color,
Belt,
so I'm gonna
belt
put the corresponding belt in, and then I'm gonna have somebody laser engrave it with all my stuff, and kind of make myself a nice little collector set.
There you go.
But this one is I think this is the Primus. Yeah, Schleg, however you pronounce that.
Schleg. Is it a Primus or is it Primus Everest?
I think it just says Primus, so it's the brown belt version. I think the Everest is a.
Does it have the little mountain picture engraved in it?
No.
let me pull mine out, and then maybe I can show you, because there's the Schlage Everest, there's the Schlage Primus, and then there's the Schlage Primus Everest.
Oh, they had a kid. Isn't that cute?
Yep. See, right below the Primus, there's that little mountain.
Okay, let me see on mine. Yeah, mine does have a little mount.
Yeah, that's super hard. You
Oh,
got
that's great.
you got
Thanks.
keys that work for it?
Yes. Yeah, it came with the key and it works.
Good. Yeah, if not, you guys can you can reach out to Picksmith. He can cut you new keys, operating and control keys. Um, if you know what the code is, he can cut you keys for both.
Okay. Yeah, I
Um,
haven't even watched any videos on that yet, and how to attack those, and the extra. Obviously the keys got. I don't know how well this shows on my GoPro, but it's got the lower um, bidding as well. So there's obviously extra locking mechanism, security devices inside, and I haven't even watched any videos. I don't know anything about the lock. I was just looking for a
let
brown
me
belt kick, and that's what he had in stock, and it wasn't stupid price. Like I was looking at the Medico M4 was the only red kick cylinder he had in stock, but it was brand new. It was like $180 for a single lock, and I'm like, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't take that lock apart without somebody holding your hand.
Okay.
Like, seriously, I've repinned two of them now, rekeyed two of them, and don't take that lock apart without somebody holding your hand.
Okay.
Logic Wizard is a good one. Um, maybe G Keyman is a good one as well. I don't know how many he's taken apart. NOLA might be a good one for that. Spicy Nug might be really good for that. I don't know if you know, or yeah, taking those locks apart is rough.
Gotcha.
There's a lot happen. There's sidebar.
My belt rank videos. I have to learn
Finger
it. So
pins. Yeah, there's finger pins. There's sidebars. There's um, seven. No, there's six pen. There's six actual pens. There's wafers. There's all sorts of shit in them.
oh geez.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lock. So congratulations on having one. Don't open it without somebody holding your hand, though.
Congratulations. Put it on the shelf. Look at it. Bask in its glory. Don't touch it.
Yeah, there's all sorts of microscopic size springs in it.
Oh, fantastic. My carpet's going to love to swallow those.
Yeah, it's a nutty pick. I should say it's a nutty gut. I've never gotten mine picked, so. Spicy says he wrecks locks while they're still in the box, so don't ask him for gut help.
Well, for those of you that weren't here when we first started, I was talking about earlier, um, since I wasn't getting anywhere on that medical, I went and bought myself one of the quick set smart locks, and they've got the little sidebar thing. Well, trying to get in the sidebar, I was making some custom tools, and I ended up bending the actual sidebar and bricking the whole thing. And I've taken pliers and straightened it out and tried to reset this bar, but it doesn't fit in the lock correct anymore. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but yeah, I mean, it's only a $15 lock, but yeah, I messed it up pretty good.
G. Keeman says, "Don't take that lock apart without a key." I got to argue. Um, I didn't have keys for either one of mine. I had Picksmith cut me keys and send me pens. You have to shim the lock from behind, so you pick it as you're sticking the shim in from behind, and it goes. It's actually pretty easy to do, but once you get it shimmed, then you can pull the core. But those finger pins in the bottom, you got to watch out for those.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch some videos and even understand what's going on inside that thing before.
Yeah, there's a lot happening at the same time in that lock. But I did shim one of these and rekey it myself. Logic Wizard held my hand, but and I appreciate it because, like, yeah. There's definitely a lot going on. So have fun with that. That's a great lock. It's surprising. It's only a brown belt. Like, that's kind of
and
surprising.
not look at the key on this. But one, I want to make sure this thing even opens, which I'm sure, yeah. I just
Talno 1987. Hello and welcome. Good to have you here.
So pin 2 is a pretty low.
Yeah, you want the key to put it back together for sure. Which is
Okay.
why like rekeying it is a cool experience because then you have operation and control, but you can put it in and take it out of locks because one of those cores is what's going into the lock that Stephen Leahy is painting. So not only will you get an absolute bonkers piece of art, it'll be a brown belt level pick with control and operating keys. So it'll be a cool giveaway. I was supposed to make a video announcing the giveaway, but I did not do that yet. So for 500 subscribers, that's what I'm doing.
Nice.
I might sweeten the pot a little bit more too with some surprise gifts, but that's a pretty cool prize.
Yeah, I figure I'm gonna do my first giveaway probably when I hit 100. Whenever I hit that point, and then I'll do 250, 500, 1,000, so on and so forth if I ever get to that point.
Yeah, well, you'll get there. I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Right now it's just fun and just trying to enjoy the community and get comfortable on camera.
Yeah, once you get going, like, it just kind of does itself. You just got to be here for it,
Yeah. No, I figure that's
anything else. If you don't show up, it doesn't show up for you.
Yeah. Yeah. You get out of it what you put into it.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't think I was going to get to 500, and then I blew past 500. So I am a little late with my 500 giveaway, but I'm still doing it. Hopefully we can get to 1,000.
Right.
Once we get to 1,000, we'll do another one. And maybe I'll contract Steve to paint another lock and just give away a whole series of them.
There you go.
I feel a lot of stuff snapping and cracking and setting in this lock, but I don't seem to get anywhere with it. I don't know if you can hear that ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
Yeah, I'm doing a little. Mine's talking to me too. I'm getting a lot of counter rotation. I don't know anything about this lock, but it's probably a low level lock, and I just know what I'm doing.
Lord Kodiak. I also hate my voice on camera. I hate my voice on the phone. I just hate my voice in general. But it is what it is. It's part of you. So
yeah,
we all
I am what I am.
Yep, I am who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. So
I don't think most of us, childhood trauma, all that stuff. Most of us weren't the popular kid in school. There are more people that got picked on than the people that were cool and didn't get picked on. And
yep.
I learned at a pretty young age. I'd rather we all get along. But if you don't want to get along, that's fine. Just leave me the heck alone. But I definitely got bullied a lot when I was a kid. I'm a an average man now, and I've definitely got a chip on my shoulder. But
you got the whole ginger business when you were little, didn't you?
To be honest, it's I think part of it's the lighting, and my beard comes in a little red. But when most of my hair is just a lighter brown.
Got you.
But the beard definitely looks red under this light, and comes in a little redder. But I was just a skinny kid when I was a junior in high school. I was 6'3", so as tall as I am now. But I weighed 140 pounds. I was just a little bean.
Oh yeah, that's a squirt.
And so I got picked on a lot, and I just didn't. I was the kid that literally, why can't we just be friends? I don't get it. I just, I was goofy. I picked my nose. I was,
kids are assholes. Like, they really are.
but it toughened me up and gave me a thicker skin. And then I came back my senior year. I got a job throwing concrete that summer and came back at 180. And
Came back with muscles on your shit.
yeah, some kid that had picked on me my whole childhood got in my face, and I'd had enough, and I snapped and slammed him into a wall and was explaining to him that I don't care if I get hurt. He's going with me to the hospital. And by the time I kind of
That's
senses came
usually
back,
enough too.
I realized what I was doing. I realized that I'd picked him up off the ground. I was holding him off the ground on the wall.
Yeah,
And
so
from that point
he
on,
shit in
everyone
his
just kind of
pants.
left me the heck alone.
Yeah, he shit in his pants, and that's usually enough. Like, you don't normally need to tune people up, but nowadays kids MMA it and come back with their friends and stomp you out and shoot
Well,
you.
these days you look at somebody wrong and they're just going to pull a gun on you.
Mhm.
I feel like I was born a generation too late. If two dudes have a problem, let's go outside, handle it like men, but we both go home like men. Maybe I got the broken nose, maybe you do, but neither of us are looking to kill each other. And there's some honor and some respect, but that's just not the world we live in anymore.
No. You know what it is people don't suffer consequences anymore for their actions. So everybody thinks you can do whatever you want, and that's not the case. See, Stu, dude, thank you so much for that compliment. Fun fact about cheese grits: when I was in high school, when I was real young, I got a ham radio license, and when I was in high school, I did polka hour at the DJ or polka hour DJ at the local radio station in my hometown.
Okay. With your voice, I could hear you doing the polka DJ.
Yeah. Don't you know?
Don't you know it?
Yeah, don't you know this is WCFW Chippewa Falls, eh?
All right, guys. I'm sorry. I'm moving my camera. I'm sitting over here on my picking desk instead of being at my work desk. So I can't see the comments. I don't know what's going on. I'm in my own little world. So I'm moving the camera around.
Yeah, Rusty's calling the kids today a bunch of wussies.
Oh dear.
I might be able to get comments up on there. There we go. Yeah. Show on the stream. There we go. We can get comments up on the stream. Oh, it shut it off.
It's my entire, my desk layout. Like if you can see my hands now, my
There
desk
you
is
go.
here, but my picking desk that you see me at, the white desk is over there. So I'm at 90 degrees. So I'm facing this way at my picking desk, or I'm facing this way at the desk, seeing my two screens. So anyway, we're going to move over here.
I just wish this would open once so that I at least knew what I was like, if I was doing it right. That's the problem, not knowing if I'm doing something right.
I'm gonna dime myself out here. Let's look this thing up.
All right, we'll turn the comments off. Spoon don't like the comments.
LPU. All right, let's see if this thing's on here. This is a Master 6835. It's a green belt.
Like, they're
okay.
fun.
I feel a little better. It's a green belt. It's at least not a white that's completely kicking my butt.
Yeah, no, they're also like not easy to pick. Like they're surprisingly difficult for what they are.
Well, considering I've only gone up to blue belt, and like my blue whale challenge, I practice with those same locks over and over and over. The event I'm going to this weekend in Austin, they're going to have a picking competition, and I'm under no delusion that I even have a chance, but I at least want to be able to get through the white belt round and not embarrass myself. Maybe pick the yellow or the orange. But
you're
I've
gonna
been
have a
practicing.
blast at that. I'm jealous. I can't go.
It's just sheer dumb luck. I live like an hour and a half from where they're doing it. So
is it Rat Yolk's going to be at that as well?
Jimmy Long's. And there's some other guy that Sandman put out a video or a short that was talking about who else was going to be there. Some other famous person, but again, I'm new. I've been in the sport all of less than a month. So
yeah, I think that's absolutely fantastic. Like, I would love to meet all those people. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Long's tools. Make sure you give Cheese Grits a shout, would you?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially since I'm probably going to give away the locks you sent me there. So Stu says it gives him fits. You can zip the snot out of it. So I haven't practiced zipping things, I haven't practiced. Raking things, I've only practiced single pin picking. So, ironically, the first time I'd ever used my little McTickler here
The make
was,
tickler.
was when I tried to do that berserker challenge, and I'm like, let me try these on these little locks. Oh, that works well, but I mean, I've never practiced it or done anything. So let's see here. Try and find a pick that I can zip with and maybe not break. Betray one of my sparrows here.
What you need is one of these guys. Either the multi-lock interactive or the DeGuard 5 pin and pin multi-lock clone for your purple belt. And you get some dimple picking in.
Yeah, I've thought, once I kind of finished my collection of all my key and knob cylinders for the padlocks I've got coming, is I'm going to get, maybe not all the way down to white belt, but get a green and up or a blue and up dimple lock and start learning dimples as well. But I don't like the pick you're using right now, those little Turner ones for the dimples.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
own any of those.
The Huck set is okay. I'm going to go ahead and tell you to get multi-pick, spend the money, get multi-pick. Then you don't have to like play with them. Get yourself some Hucks at some point so that you can
So
custom how you want. But
so we're taking notes. So it's multi-pick is who you said to get?
yeah, get the multi-picks. They're finished better. The flags are finished better on them.
And then what were the two locks you recommended for my purple? It was a multi-lock.
It is the multi-lock 5 pin and pin interactive with spools. They got to be spools or mushrooms.
And what was the other one, or were they both the same?
Well, they're built the same, but the other one's DeGuard 5 pin and pin spool clone of the. You can get the DeGuards through Lock Picker's Bench.
Okay. Cool. And Stu, I see your comment. Need tips? Let you know. I will absolutely hit you up. Maybe do a video chat with you one of these days. Love to do a live with you or a recording or whatever sometime if that tickles your fancy at all. So I've been really enjoying this community. It seems like everyone is very welcoming. I'm getting lots of advice, lots of help. I've rather enjoyed not just the sport but the community. Y'all have been awesome.
Dude, this community is like a 12-step program, man. once you walk through the door, like they are there for you. It's great.
Yeah, I definitely when I first got out of the military, as most of us do, when we're in, you see some horrible things, you do what you have to do. But in the moment, I don't have time to process what's going on. I don't have, the bandwidth for this. I got to continue the mission. We got, people's lives are at stake. So you push on. And then when I got out, 17 years of suppressed emotions come flooding out. And I was a wreck for the first couple of years. I couldn't, I've been out over a decade now, and I'm just getting to the point where I can hear the someone playing taps and not just break down crying.
Yeah, absolutely. Like people don't understand how real, like there are no do-overs at that point.
Right.
Like it's not Call of Duty.
Right. There's no respawn.
Yeah. There is no spawn point that you're coming back to. People don't seem to understand that, and I think that's why the world's kind of where it is. Like they're so desensitized to the violence that
Yeah.
until the harsh reality set in, they don't get it.
Yeah. Well, and it's like you can try and go through the mental process the best you can before the first time you deploy into a combat zone and you think you know how you're going to act. But until you're actually staring down a flight and going, well, I'm doing this to protect my family, my country, and make it a safer place for my family, but I've got to take from my family. I've got to leave them. I've got to do all this stuff.
And I might not come back.
Is a hard pill to swallow. And then processing, the first time you get shot at, the first time mortars hit next to you, the first time you get, knocked out by fire, the first time, all these things that you go through, and accepting that, the best way to get through this is to act like I'm not scared of dying is, it takes a toll, and it's a different, just gives you a different perspective on life. Stu, I see your comment on the multi-pick stuff. I will definitely reach out to you if and when I'm ready to, or when I'm ready to move forward. Not if, I will be doing that at some point. But yeah, Stu's jumping in, and he's got me hooked up with Mitten.
Yeah,
definitely a plug for Stu and his. Oh, I don't want to mess up the name. What is it? It's Mitten something. It's not just Mitten.
Mitten Maid.
Mitten Maid. But it's a veteran community, veteran help, doing awesome things. I actually went and donated. They're doing a GoFundMe thing, and great work, brother. Thank you for everything you're doing for our veterans and for
There we go.
the Locksport community.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, didn't know I lost
I
you.
lose my sound again. What is that? Sorry, guys. Reboot.
You got hacked. Mitten Maid in Locksport. Yes, Mitten Maid Locksport.
There we go. We're back.
Absolutely.
That's yeah. There's so many veterans that are finding some sort of sanity in these little keyways, which I think is.
Well, I did some guitar playing when I got out, helping with the PTSD. Definitely found my motorcycle group that I ride with. It's a 501 charity, and I love riding bikes, but it's the people I'm hanging out with and the other veterans. That is my PTSD therapy. That, twisting the throttle, feeling the wind, that helps too. But sharing with other veterans, and then I found this to be very cathartic and relaxing, and gives my OCD, HD brain something to do.
Yep. Yeah, that's important. Like when the brain's not occupied, it makes squirrely decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
So what was your rate? What did you do in the Navy?
I went in as an E3, and unfortunately, my career was cut very short. I was striking.
Okay.
I was striking torpedoman's mate.
Okay.
It's a long story, and I will fill you in at another time. But
okay.
I would have, if allowed to, I would have spent 20 years. Like
I got caught short under the Obama administration. Joined the Coast Guard, was on a boat, seamen, sand, paint, scrub toilets, all that jazz.
Yep.
My bosun's mate, actually, when I put in, I wanted to go aviation. I wanted to be a rescue swimmer. The guy jumped out of the aircraft. But when I put in my paperwork to get my name put on the A school list, my chief said, "No, you're going bosun's mate." I was in the deck department. I'm like, I don't want to. And he sat on it for like a month. And finally, I had to threaten him. I said, "Chief, I respect you, but I'm not changing my mind. You can't slow walk this, but you are affecting my career and making me wait. And if you keep doing it, I'm going to bring it up to the captain."
Yeah.
And
you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
He kind of got in a staring match with me. I'm like, Chief, you're trying to get me to go BM because you respect me. Respect me enough to honor my choice. I'm sorry, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to be a BM.
Yeah.
And he let it go. And I went to an air unit, finally got orders, was coming up on school, and you have to go practice with those guys. And the rescue swimmers are no joke.
The SAR swimmers are serious, man.
Yep. I got in seriously good shape.
Yep. Yeah, those guys.
But then I got in a car wreck. Oh, shit.
Here we go.
We got in a car wreck. My wife and I got rear-ended and put me in the hospital and banged me up pretty good. And we ended up having to switch MOSs. So instead of being the rescue swimmer, I ended up going avionics technician and fixing the aircraft, and then being the crew chief. So I was the guy running the rescue hoist. So I was still on search and rescue missions. I just wasn't in the water.
Yep.
But
being in the water is not necessarily where you want to be, though. Like, the open ocean swimmers that's a whole different animal,
Yeah, but I was scuba certified when I was, a kid. Um, you know,
Yeah, I was an incredible swimmer when I was in.
I was in high school doing, scuba dives down to 120 feet.
Yeah,
So
there we
anyway,
go. We're open. Got
nice.
one. I got one purple open on camera. Good.
I'm going to switch to my white so I can look good. Everyone just disregard. Um, anyway, did that for almost 10 years and decided I wanted to, my command was after me to try and advance. Because I was running my shop as the E5
Yep.
and wanted me to be the E6. I'm like, well, once you make E6, you really don't crew the aircraft as much, and that's the part of the job I love. So started looking at the Army and becoming a warrant officer instead of going to OCS.
Yeah, warrant officers. That's such a sexy class.
Yeah, I loved it. As a regular officer, you fly as a lieutenant. If you're lucky, you get a company command. But then, you got to do admin time. You got to do all this stuff for your career. W3, W4, W5, you're still flying all the time.
Well, you're still considered enlisted, right? But you have a commission. Is that how that works?
No, so generally how it works is you're following the officer side, but like even the senior W5s are outranked by a O1 lieutenant or a ensign in the Navy and the Coast Guard.
Yeah, but they don't have the respect of the people as
Yeah,
much.
you're on the officer side, but you kind of have the respect of the enlisted because they know where you came from.
Yep.
So it's, and the other thing is like your general officer, whether it's 01, 2, 3 or whatever, they're supposed to kind of be a jack of all trades. That's why they have to do time, at a company level, and then they go to admin for a while. They do, administration, they do plans, they do, intel, they do whatever, so they can learn a little bit of everything. So that when they get to senior ranks and they're in charge, they kind of know what everybody's supposed to be doing. So they're a generalist. Whereas a warrant officer, you're supposed to be the SME. Like my job, I was an Apache pilot. I needed to know everything about that aircraft, what it could and couldn't do, what the rules were, where we could bend them, where we could break them, to get certain missions done. So it was, you're an officer, and once you make W2, like a W01, warrant officer 1, you're not commissioned. But at W2, you get your commission from the president, just like any other officer.
Okay. You got to make second.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to make CW2 instead of just warrant officer 1, you're a chief warrant officer 2. At least the Army. But that's why you keep flying or you keep doing whatever your job is, whether you're a cook, whether you're a, motor pool guy, you'll spend your whole career in that field and you are the subject matter expert instead of just being a generalist.
Yeah. You spent so much time doing it that. Yep. No, I get that. And I mean, you gotta have that because the people above you also, like, they're making decisions for a job they don't do. So they need somebody that does that job that can talk to them for sure. Like, yeah, had things been a little different, I would have stayed forever. And like, I loved being in the Navy.
Yeah, and then the other thing is like regular officers, they can make, there's PIs, just pilots. You went through flight school, you're qualified to fly the aircraft, but you're not tracked, an instructor pilot or a maintenance test pilot or a safety officer. Regular O-grade officers, they don't do that. They don't become maintenance test pilots. They can become pilots in command and be the senior guy in the aircraft, but they're not instructor pilots. They're not maintenance test pilots. That's a warrant officer thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think flying choppers is super cool. Like, it's got to be difficult. Like, I know flying an RC helicopter is way harder than flying like an RC plane.
Yeah.
So I would imagine like it's probably similar in real life. Like, you got a lot to pay attention to.
Yeah, the my instructor pilot saved my life more than once. It's when you're first learning, it's very, very dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, stuff gets out of hand fast. Like,
Yeah,
in general,
it doesn't take much.
you start putting gigantic spinning blades on both ends of it, and yeah.
Well, and aviation in general is just very unforgiving. I mean, to be honest, after learning it, it's not hard to learn. You could teach a monkey to fly. The pilot shit comes in when an emergency happens, when something goes wrong. What do I do? How do I handle this? How do I react correctly and expeditiously?
Well, that's
Uh,
it. You can't freak out because then you're dead.
yep. And while it's easy to do, it's also extremely unforgiving. So any one tiny mistake, which is easy to make, can take your life. So it's a very unforgiving profession. And helicopters more so than airplanes is airplanes, unless intentionally mess with, want to stay in the air. They want to fly. Helicopters, the
Yeah, the way
exact,
they're built. Yeah.
unless intentionally messed with, they want to crash.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, planes are built to kind of stay there. Helicopters, yeah, they like to fall out of the sky.
Yeah, it's all these counteracting forces to get it in the air, and yeah, it's a
Yeah,
mess.
they're kind of a physics anomaly for sure.
Man, even this white's kicking my butt. I am just not having a good day. This is why I record everything so I can look like I know what I'm doing, but I actually don't.
It looks like Nico's asking you a question regarding where you went
Oh,
to basic.
sorry, Nico. Was 63 Bravo, lightweight vehicle mechanic. Where'd you go to basic, bro? I went to basic in Fort Jackson. At 17. Wow.
Service, Nico.
So I actually went to boot camp in Cape May, New Jersey with the Coast Guard. And then when I switched over to the Army, they decided that I would learn everything I need about how to walk and talk like a Army duck at Warrant Officer School. So they didn't make me go through Army Basic. I just went through Warrant Officer School, which was basically boot camp. It's reindeer games and BS, and everything you do is wrong, and we're going to yell at you. And can you take it?
You're a turd, yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I am.
Yes, I am, sir. I am the stinkiest piece you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I went through that and then went through to be honest, the one school, like, we all went through boot camp. I went through at 19. Um uh boot camp wasn't fun, but it wasn't hard. It was just that I was a kid. Going through SEER absolutely sucked. I've talked to some people that SEER did not bother them one bit. They're like, that was easy. I'm like, as soon as I got my certificate, that thing went in a fireproof safe. I am not losing this. I am never going through this course
We're
again.
not doing this twice.
I got buried alive in a 55-gallon drum because they were trying to get somebody else to admit to war crimes. So they were torturing me. And I'm like, nope, bro, we're not doing that again. No, no. I did not enjoy that course.
No.
Learned some amazing things. And that's kind of where my lock picking journey started, to be honest, was one of the things they taught me back then was how to pick handcuffs and how to make your own shims and your own picks out of what's available, what's around you. So that was kind of cool, and that's kind of what initially got me interested in all this stuff. But the part where you get captured, go to Camp Slappy, and get interrogated and tortured, and can you tough it out? And that was miserable. I hated it.
Yeah, picking cuffs is that's actually like as impractical of a skill that is a very practical skill. Like,
yeah,
those things come into play more often than people understand. Like, bad people, bad
Stu jumps in, handcuffs. Yes, Mr. Shackleman. I learned how to pick handcuffs in the military.
I think I got shackle shims here. I don't know what these are. They were sent to me by Skip. I think they're handcuff shims.
Yeah, Nico says they tell you it's 8 weeks, but it's really 12. Yeah, I'd never heard the word training day Donza until I went to Warrant Officer School. Like in the Coast Guard, if they tell you something's, you've got 2 weeks left or whatever, they include weekends. I went to the Army and it's, welcome to training day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome to training day Donza. And I'm like, what? Did I just misheard them or something? The next day, training day Donza. And then 3 days later, welcome to training day 6. I'm like, no. This is training day 8.
No.
And yeah, it totally messed with my morale. I was not happy.
They tell you it's 8 weeks. It's really 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's that I pick when it's quiet and while I'm trying to talk and pick, but even this friggin'
Rusty says zip it. What are you picking?
The ones you sent me, I gave up on that other one. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to pick
zip them.
these guys.
Get
And
yourself a half diamond and zip them. That's another animal. The gold one's another animal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just even and maybe I've just gotten used to the locks I've got, but I've got like, I've got an old version of the a used one because they pick a little different. I got a brand new Master Lock 3 and old Master Lock 3. I've got an old one, an old 5. And I practice with those, every day I try and get up and almost do a blue whale. I'll pick my, I'll grab a random of my whites, my yellows, my oranges. I've got several greens, but I've only got one blue, and I try and pick those every day, but rarely do I get the blue. Even though I've done the blue whale, I'm not good enough to get it consistently yet. Camera curses you on picking. Yes, that's what we're going to go with. It's not my fault.
Yeah, the camera makes white belts black. I will tell you that. That's for real.
Well, man, this thing, I mean, it almost feels like it's friggin' like gummed up or has a bunch of grease in it or something. Just everything's muddy inside it.
Yeah, welcome to Harbor Freight.
Yeah. Well, surprisingly, those little locks I got from Harbor Freight really weren't that bad. So we'll see what lock picker or swamp picker makes out of them when I send them to him. But man, that McTickler just tore right through them.
McTickler is absolutely phenomenal for what it was built to do. Like, yeah, it's a like. I have the Reaper set, and it's got the McTickler, and it's got like a smaller version of the McTickler.
Yeah, that's actually what I just ordered from on their Black Friday deal. I bought the Reaper set. And then I went on Delta 44, even though I knew he was going to be closed in December, to try and get the 3D printed handles for him.
Yep.
And I got on his website and it said, "Hey, closed for December." I'm like, "Oh yeah." I even shared that on Facebook in the Art of Lock Picking.
I should have paid attention in school.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. These like this is what I did the Berserker with, and I zipped them all, but that doesn't mean they really haven't been picked much since.
And so Lord Kodiak's asking recommendations for camera mount. Seed Stu Do says the small rig for camera mount, small rig clamp. Okay, so Lord Kodiak, what he's talking about is what you see in our clamps. I'm going to show you one of the smaller ones here. The company that makes this, I don't know how well that's going to show.
Small rig.
Is Small Rig, and I can take mine off real quick.
Yeah, how do you mount your camera in there? Because
so mine is a knockoff of Small Rig. If I do it again, I think I'm going to get the same thing from Small Rig, but I'm going to get a bigger version because this arm's not quite long enough. But it just clamps on the desk here, and then you've got this articulating arm that you can loosen up and adjust all the joints. So like mine, I can swing it over here, or I can swing it over this desk. Like when you see my little videos, this thing's mounted here or here, somewhere around here. I wouldn't mind having a longer one that has a little more reach. I think this one's a 22-inch, but it seems to work fairly well. I just need to get a better camera, which I've ordered for Black Friday. But probably just going to give it to my wife to give to me for Christmas. So I actually won't start
bought
shooting
myself
with
a
it.
tripod for my camera mount. Like it holds my phone, but I would rather have something that clamped to my desk. I have one, but it's a microphone boom, and it's such a mess that I had to buy something new.
Gotcha. So here I'm gonna friggin' make myself feel better, and I'm actually probably just gonna embarrass myself on screen, but I'm gonna grab some of my stuff that I just normally pick so I can at least get something open. But yeah, this rig wasn't bad. It's I want to say it's like 30-40 bucks, and the small rig one, the name brand one, isn't a lot more expensive. And you can find them on Amazon.
Yeah, I like that articulate. I think you can get it in different sizes too, like 19-inch and
Yeah, which this is the 22, and like I said, to be honest, it's a little short. I wish it was a little longer.
yeah, like I'm getting beat up by this one now too. All of a sudden,
Well, watch, I'm not going to get these either. It's just going to friggin' kick my butt all night. There
It's
we
funny
go.
when I started doing
Hey,
calculus.
I got an open. It's a white belt. Don't shame me.
When I started doing calculus, I forgot how to do basic arithmetic. It's kind of the same when you start picking higher end locks. You forget how to pick lower end locks.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people recommend, don't lose your touch on the lower stuff. So
Yeah,
even when
no,
now that I've started messing with this purple, I don't want to dedicate all my time to the Medico and learning the Medico and lose what progress I've made here. So I still try and pick these every.
I lose my sound again.
No, I still got you.
All right, good. It's just weird. Like for some reason, my restream just gets weird and I lose the sound.
So Stu says open is open. That's what she said, my friend.
Open is open, 100%. No matter how you get there, you just get there. I actually have. This was given to me by Spicy. It is a key and knob version of the DeGuard 5 pin and pin spool.
Yay, there's another.
I'll actually send this to you. This is a purple. All right.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. It took me a while to get it picked. I did get it picked though. It was part of my it was part of my journey. So it was given to me, so I will pay it forward and send it to you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'll do the same. I'm gonna have to make myself a little notebook and kind of remember which ones were sent to me as loaners and which ones were sent as a pay it forward type deal, and make sure that I like after I pick that one, send it on to somebody as well.
Yeah, give it to somebody that needs it because this. I can't count how many times they say, lock picking's inexpensive hobby. Eat my shit, inexpensive. You ain't
I
picking
suppose if you
locks.
stay at the white belt level, sure.
You ain't picking locks if it's inexpensive. And I've received like an amazing array of locks over my small career of lock picking. So
How long have you been doing it?
well, I've been raking locks open since 2018. It was a hobby I picked up like when COVID kind of happened.
Okay.
I got out of it for a while and then I got back into it. I don't know, over the summer. So I was out of it for a few years. And then I saw the lockjaw challenges and was like, oh wow, the community's like doing cool stuff. So I dusted off the picks and started going at it again.
So here's one
Yeah,
I haven't once or twice. This is an American 5200.
beautiful piece of brass.
Yeah, I don't have many brass ones. A lot of my ones are aluminum or the friggin' standard plates, whatever those are called. Rusty, I could have saved a lot if I knew about Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
So Rusty, I don't know if you were on, but I ended up going to Harbor Freight. I don't think you were on when I did it, but I ended up buying the little ones. There were 4-packs instead of the 3-packs, so I was able to buy 5 packs of these and got it done with that. But these are going to get sent on to Swamp Picker.
Kodiak, thank you for listening to that. I don't know if you're familiar with Lockpicker 1969, but you should reach out to him.
We are scheduled for a pre-interview. I want to say mid-December,
Oh,
and then
good.
we'll
You
schedule
can have
an
a good
actual
time.
one. but yeah, I think Lady Lux. I was watching one of her lives. Like she didn't do one on Thanksgiving, or if she did, I didn't get on it. But I've been watching her live, for 2 or 3 weeks when I first got into this. And she had let me know that everyone kind of starts with him and gets going, and so yeah, I'm plugged in with him.
Yeah, good. The interview process with him is wonderful. Like you do the pre-interview and he'll kind of go over he'll just talk to you. It's more for you to get comfortable with him. But
Right.
you seem to be good, like with the just, yeah, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I
Um,
can shoot. I can shoot the shit on my social butterfly.
yeah, that's really what it is. And then like he'll give you a list of, okay, I asked these questions, I'm going to touch on them, and I'd like you to kind of think about a couple of these, and we'll get back to it when you're ready to do your interview. It's a great interview. I just did mine Sunday, and he released it Sunday. I had a blast doing that interview. It was great. It's hard to like name everybody you want to give thanks to because everybody's so helpful, um, and you feel bad if you miss somebody.
Yeah, I learned my lesson years ago. I felt so bad. I put out a Mother's Day post on Facebook, and I tried to remember all the mothers and just completely brain farted on like my sister. I left her out, and it hurt her feelings so bad. So
Yeah,
I don't do that stuff anymore. I just to all the mothers out there, I say specifically my wife, and then everyone else is generic. All the mothers out there, because it's not intentional, but somebody's going to get their feelings hurt, and that's the opposite of what I want to do.
I had a list of people to thank, and I still miss some of them. Like it just it's hard. It's really hard. Um, you know.
Stu says he did the first in-person interview with him. Mr. 40K royalty. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, 40K. That's amazing. By the way,
No, that's awesome, man.
like, yeah, I mean, it's good stuff.
Yep. No, I've
There's
been
a
over trying to watch some of his videos, and there's just so many people. It's you find somebody, you try and work through all their content, like all of them, uh, you know, get the algorithm pushing them more. But I'm just trying to work through one at a time, because if I start jumping around, I'm gonna,
the rabbit hole gets deep fast.
yeah.
It really does. Yeah, I had a blast doing my interview with him, and um, I got to give a shout out to my artist buddies, and which I just like sharing art with people. I wish I was a better artist, but which is something I think I'm going to do here on one of my lives. Like I make really cool rings, um, numerous different types, but I think I'm actually going to make a ring and stick security pins in the ring,
Okay.
and then like I've been tossing. I might do it on a live, like get it built, and then take the camera down to the lathe and show everybody how they get made.
That's the one problem I'm gonna have when I start doing challenge locks is, um, I don't have a shop. I mean, I don't even have a garage. I live out in the country, and I've got a barn, but it's an open air barn. It's a 6 tall horse barn. We got goats out there. I don't really have anywhere, to be grinding stuff, and
Goat, stop chewing on my camera cord. I'm going to kill you.
yeah, yeah. Well, my wife, she wants pets, so all our goats are dairy goats. None of them are meat goats, so I can't just go out there and shoot them and then friggin' eat them.
Yeah, you put them in a strong enough marinade, it won't matter. I can give you a good one.
Yeah, I've been married 25 years. If I want to keep living, yeah, I taught my wife how to use a gun. That would be a mistake to try and eat
Yeah,
one of her goats. She would lose it.
I don't know what happened. He slipped and fell into the meat pot.
Right.
You know how they're curious. He got up on
Yeah.
there.
She comes home. I'm
Teetering on
using her KitchenAid. What are you doing? Just grinding up some meat.
yeah,
From what?
he was teetering on the gumbo pot. He fell in. I don't know.
So years ago, one of these days I'm gonna have to do a video outside one of my favorite places, my back porch. I've got a swing that looks out over my back porch, and we got just under 20 acres, so it looks out over our land. We see our horses running around. Well, I'd gone out and put a deer feeder about 20 yards off the back porch, almost perfect bow shot range. And my mother-in-law was visiting, and we were looking out the back door, and there were a bunch of deer, and the girls are oohing and awing, and I said, "Oh, I can't wait till October 1st." They're like, "What's October 1st?" "Hunting season." And they both looked at me like, "You're going to shoot them?" I said,
You
"Lady,
damn right I'm good. They make great beef jerky.
but I did not buy that deer feeder at the pet store. I bought it at the hunting store."
That bushel of apples costed me X dollars. I'm getting some meat out of that.
Stu says, "I got to name the first challenge lock Goat." I like it. Actually, I do have one name in mind, but I want to get better at my locks before I do it. But one of my locks eventually will be Rebel's Revenge.
There you go.
Have to hide one of your goats and cook some lamb chops.
Look what I found. I'll tell you
Yep.
what. I'm not a big fan of lamb in my lifetime. I'm trying to word this correctly. I'm not a fan of lamb. I don't like the way it smells. It almost has a rancid quality to it, which isn't bad. Like there's the gaminess sometimes can just be too much.
Yeah.
But if you get really well raised and treated correctly, like grass fed lamb, holy smoke! The right cut can be better than beef by a long shot. Like if you cook lamb and you got to smother it in mint jelly, yeah, you did something wrong.
Yeah. If you got to use a ton of salt or something, I
Yeah,
agree.
like if it's raised correctly and it's
Rusty
prepared,
Spring says, not the reindeer, not the goats.
save the reindeer, eat the goat.
Save the horse, ride the cowboy.
I think it was Ted Nugent who said, like, I've never eaten fast food. My idea of fast food is elk.
Yeah. Yep. Actually, I'm a little disappointed. One of my friends, I work a charity in Central Texas. Twice a year, we have an event, and one of the guys that used to live in the China Springs area, he now lives up in Arkansas. But Ted Nugent was his neighbor. He knew the guy, and they tried
That's
to
awesome.
come out to this charity and support it. And I'm like, man, I understand. Maybe he's not, willing to come. He gets requests for that stuff all the time, but why did you wait till after you moved up to Arkansas to tell me he was your neighbor? How many times have I been to your house for dinner and you never told me Ted Nugent was your neighbor and invited him over? You son of a.
Yeah, the Nugent. It's not like you want to creep onto his property to
Yeah.
take a
I got
picture
guns
of him.
he
You
could
know what I
sign. I've
mean?
got guitars he could sign. I've got hats he could sign. I just want to shake his hand. Give me something, man.
You know, I'd imagine he's probably a pretty private dude.
Yeah, I would imagine. All right. Lord Kodiak says he got to jump off and call it a night. Thanks for coming out, brother. Appreciate
Cody,
you
good to see you.
spending some time with us. And looking forward to when you start putting out videos, man.
Nugent used to buy barbecue sauce from Mr. B's bar in
And you
Rochester.
made the sauce? Now, see, now I want a video of that, Stu. I want a cooking class on how to make homemade barbecue sauce, the good stuff. We know you got the secret recipes.
The stuff Nuge puts on
Yeah,
his.
call it the Nuge.
Yeah, rub this on your elk. You'll be happy you did. All right, DeGard, you're pissing me off. I'm out of practice with these pen and pens.
And there's 5-gallon buckets of sauce to Nuge. Well, all that man eats is meat, so that doesn't surprise me, but still impressive.
He is the world's carnivore, for
Yep,
sure.
and a good man.
The Nuge and his
Like
cod.
a gas station microwave burrito, but in the air fryer. Get it, Spicy Nug.
Gas station burritos. I'll tell you one of the best, like when I used to go out and like when you're a chef and you work in the restaurants, like when you get out of work, it's really the only thing you can do is go to the bar. There's
Yeah.
your family sleeping, like it's just that's the nightlife, right? We would get smashed and we would end up at 7-Eleven getting this $4 chicken parm sub that you would microwave in them crazy microwaves that they have in the convenience. Best sandwich ever.
One of the things they had as a kid that I remember, I grew up in Washington State, Oregon and Washington, um, that I haven't seen since I was a kid. It was a little white box of pre-made donuts. There were 6 of them, two here, 2 in the middle, 2 on this side. Oh, knocked my camera. But they were powdered donuts, but they had like a raspberry jelly in the middle. And I can't find
Yeah,
them.
you had me at
One of my
donut.
favorites as a kid.
Yeah, you had me at donut.
Oh man, if you ever come down here, if you ever they're on YouTube, have you heard of Round Rock Donuts?
No, but yeah,
I
I'll
forget
look
what it's called, but it's a Texas sized donut. This
oh,
waiting for host to join. Lost
there
you there
we
for a
go.
minute.
There we go.
But they've got this $20 donut called I think it's a Texas sized donut. It is massive. Like we got it once just to try it. And like we cut it up into 8 pieces and everybody got a piece and it was still bigger than a normal donut. It's ridiculous.
That's hilarious. Texas size. That's all you got to say. It's fucking
Right.
size. Everything's
Fuck
bigger.
Texas.
Wow. You would think I would be much better at picking these. That might have been what I was looking for. The donut was too big. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He turned off the live feed and bought a ticket to Texas. He's coming.
Yeah,
Don't
we
fly
do.
into Austin. That one's 2 hours from me. Fly into Killeen. I'll pick you up and we'll go together.
You know what donuts I miss? Like the old time fairs, they used to have the little Tom Thumb donuts. They're like this big, and they would float down the little oil river.
Yeah, yeah.
I miss those. You don't see them anymore. Now they got like tofu and tofurkey dogs, and
Yeah, screw
no more Tom Thumb
So
donuts.
one of my favorites, the town I grew up near in Oregon, Junction City, used to have a Scandinavian festival every year. And have you ever heard of Able Skeevers?
No.
Oh, they are my absolute favorite. So it's a Scandinavian breakfast, but it's a specialty cast iron pan that's got little, like golf ball divots. You put butter in them, and then when you pour the batter and you cook it, you turn them as you cook them. So you get this little golf ball sized pancake ball.
That's cool.
Um,
Donut
but
holes
the
is what Eamon said.
Yeah, but the batter is like it's lighter than a crepe. It's not quite as runny, but it's not as thick as a pancake, and it's a buttermilk base. But then once you get them, you crack them open and you put powdered sugar and jam or syrup and butter, whatever you want them, and they're delicious.
Excuse me, my fourth chin is starting to sweat.
I resemble that remark. Why do you
Yeah,
think I have a
buddy.
big beard to hide the double chin?
That's it. That's why Chuck Norris has a beard. It hides his third fist.
Right.
Ain't he a Texas boy too? Yeah, he's a Texas boy.
I don't know. Well, what's funny is how I got this name. It's become such a big part of my life, but it started as something that was just kind of not given much thought. I had was recruited to work at a charity, and they said, "Hey, if you're going to get involved with this, you need to get on this forum." So I went to sign up for the forum so I could communicate with everybody, and they said, "Hey, you've got to have a handle." So I tried a couple things I'd had in the military, my military call signs, and they were taken. And I tried this. I'm like, okay, that works. And then I showed up to my first event. They're like, "Oh, you're the new guy. You're a Texas Rebel." I'm like, "No, I'm Dan. I'm Daniel." And they're like, no, you're Texas Rebel. I said, no, I'm Daniel. They go, everyone here goes by their handle. I'm like, would have been nice if somebody would have told me. I would have picked something with a little more thought and intention. They're like, well, you're Texas Rebel now.
Your
And so I was,
Delta Chi name is
yeah,
Flounder.
exactly.
Why Flounder? Why not?
Well, I haven't seen that movie in forever. Oh my gosh. And D-Day or friggin' whatever his name is, the guy that rides the bike. I love
Yep,
him.
D-Day. Yep.
But yeah,
Rides the bike up the stairs and then plays zippity doodah on his throat.
yeah. But ended up getting this nickname and then, had it for years. And then it kind of crept into some of the people I worked that charity with, worked other charities I got involved with. So that name carried over and all of a sudden everybody's calling me that. And then when I joined the motorcycle group, of course, you have to have a road name and it carried over there too. So now like half of my friends know me as Rebel or Texas Rebel. So it's just a stupid story, but it's like, if I would have known this was going to become such a big part of my life, I would have, maybe given it some more thought.
They call me Texas Rebel, but I live in Idaho.
Right.
For the Alpha, anyone have any tips for the Alpha FB?
I don't know anything about that lock, so I can't. Cheesy Grits, you know anything about that one?
No, I'm looking at Spicy picks like all sorts of stuff that's way out of my class. So I'm trying to Alpha FB. I don't know what that is. I'm struggling on the stupid DeGuard that I've picked a million times. This was my comfort lock at one time. I've been digging around in it for like 25 minutes at this point, maybe more.
Yeah, this one's kicking my butt.
This was my comfort lock at one point. And I know I'm literally like one little pin away from this core going into full set and then it's open, but no idea what's going on.
Where'd one of the keys go? I think that, nope, that's a master. That one's going this one. Nope. There we go.
I got to show this off again because it's literally the coolest thing I've ever seen. If anybody knows or doesn't know what a hobo nickel is, many years ago, the hobos and I wish I had dates. I'm not that good at this, but the hobos used to, because they didn't have any money, they would do art and engrave nickels, and then they would, offer their nickel for food or whatever. That's how the hobo nickel came into being. But I got some I got some art from Steve Leahy, and I opened it up earlier, and I got a surprise hobo nickel in there. The piece of art is called Kisses, 5 cents, and it is George Washington on the nickel painted to look like Gene Simmons with the Kiss makeup on. I just got to shoot. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I got a pretty good laugh out of that when I first saw it when you had it on the camera.
Yeah. There's a bunch of people that didn't see it here. Rabbi Picker 87. Hello, buddy. But yeah, that's cool. I got to actually have that framed and matted. All right. Back to failing on my DeGuard.
Yeah, I just put my stuff away. I picked my lower level locks, and those bigger ones are just kicking my butt. I'm definitely identifying very heavily with. I was reading an article somebody put out, or I don't remember if it was a video, but it was talking about there's kind of two ways to identify yourself in the lockpicking community, and it's either the highest belt you've ever picked or what you can consistently pick. And it's like, okay, I've picked a blue belt. I've done that. I've done some challenges and I've enjoyed it, but I also, get to sit here in my house when it's quiet and film myself over and over and over and over and not show you guys the ones where I screw up. And then the one good one, put it online like I'm, some lockpicking ninja. which, by the way, if someone is looking to start a channel and you don't have one, I don't know if that exists. That'd be a funny name.
Yeah, there might be.
Yeah. But anyway, or there's, what you can consistently pick. And it's like, I feel I can consistently get, whites, yellows, and oranges pretty good. Greens takes me a little bit, but I can pretty, if I kept going and it was quiet in here, but even this blue, I'm starting to learn this specific, my pack lock 98 Pro, because I've picked it, 15, 20 times practicing and trying to get better at it and learning this exact locks, picking order, binding order, all that kind of stuff for the Blue Whale Challenge. But, all of it's fun. It's all challenging and increasing my skill. And I look forward to when I start getting some of these purples open.
Put that pack lock on away on the bench for a few weeks and come back to it. It'll be a whole different animal.
Yeah. And Spicy says that's why you post the struggle bus. And I have posted a couple of my ones that have kicked my butt. Just to, even though I know friggin' I've got 60 or 38 followers and I'm new.
Everybody, subscribe. Texas
But just,
Rebel subscribe. Failing on camera is good for you.
Say again.
Failing on camera is good for you.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Having the, we all see the lock picking lawyer pick some black level lock at 0.2 seconds. He rakes it or does something crazy. You're like, geez. And it's like, yeah, but even he has to practice some of that stuff and get the right take. And so I've already posted some of my failures and some of my mess ups. And it's like, it's not just the good stuff. There's bad stuff out there, and it's okay to fail and just don't quit. Keep going. And there's some life lessons in that. And even if only one person sees my videos and has that takeaway, and whether it's keeping going in the sport or whether it helps them with PTSD issues or all the stuff as veterans we deal with, or anybody in life, just because you're a veteran doesn't mean you can't have gone through something or struggle with something. And let's not do permanent
important
solutions to temporary problems. The world's a better place with you in it. Please stick around.
That's an important thing to realize.
Reach out to me, reach out to somebody. I'm some random dude. None of you really know me. You can tell me your stuff and I won't tell a soul. And even if I wanted to tell somebody, I don't know who your neighbors are, who your family are. I can't spill the beans.
Nope.
If you need to talk to somebody, talk to your neighbor. But man, I think all of us can agree we'd rather hear somebody's battle they're fighting than hear about the war they lost.
100%. I'd rather hear about it. You can contact me on Discord. You can reach out here. It's fine. I would rather hear about it here or on Discord than read about it in the paper.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm going to plug, I don't know if he's still on here. Swamp Picker was texting me the other day. And I don't remember if it was somebody on Discord or one of the Discord groups, whether it's LPU or the dog pack or whoever, or whether it was on the Facebook, but somebody was kind of in a bad place and he reached out to him, and that dude spent hours on the phone with some guy he barely knew.
Yep.
Just to help kind of get him out of a dark place.
That was just the other day too. Yeah.
Yep. That was literally within the last week. Mad respect.
Hopefully that guy got himself where he needed to be, because that's a scary place for people to be in.
Yeah.
And it is important. I almost went live that night. I think that was Thanksgiving night. Almost went live that night to do a place for holiday depression for people just to come and be, just in case. Because you never know if somebody's trolling through their phone, contemplating life's terrible thoughts. And then, I will definitely do that at Christmas for sure. I will do homeless, depressed, and nowhere to be feed for sure.
Yeah, I got to remember. I was very lucky. You know, my childhood wasn't perfect, but for the most part, you know, my parents were both around. I knew I was loved. I have good memories from the holidays. Not everybody had that growing up. So I look forward to the holidays because even though my kids are grown and gone, you know, my daughter just got married, but she moved into the ranch. So I'm starting my own little family compound. Um, but she's right across the driveway. My son just finished AIT with the Army and is coming back. So we're going to have him for the holidays before he relaunches to go live his life. But you know, trying to invite those single people in your life, the people who are alone, reach out to them, touch base with them. But somebody just posted, let me find it here. Somebody said, Rusty Spoon. And if you need a little joy, make an AI photo of Archibald in precarious situations. So
I
a
just
motor,
got an Archibald photo from Spoon. Is Archibald being like he's a Tom Thumb donut?
gotcha.
She sends me wonderful things of Archibald.
So I'm gonna share with you guys. I was out with my motorcycle group, and we were at a event in where were we? Arkansas, I think. And we were in some random bar hanging out, and this girl brings in this long haired puppy, this wiener dog. And here I kind of need to cover up part of this because it's my bike stuff. But cute little dog.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
my buddies, for those of you that haven't seen me stand up and go get stuff, I'm a bigger guy. I'm 6'3", 310 pounds right now. So they decided to use AI and you know, can I tend the rabbits, George? So AI can do some pretty funny stuff.
Is it Lenny? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Lenny. But yeah, they text that to the whole group. Somebody get that dog away from Lenny before he chokes it to death.
Or he strangles it. That's hilarious. Yeah, ever since Archibald made his debut on Mountain Mix Halloween thing, like Spoon does all sorts of wonderful things for Archibald.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I've been talking to Mountain Mick. I've been talking to. I've got a post-it note somewhere. I've got a list of people um, uh, that I'm supposed to do lives with at some point. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go refill my drinky drink.
Yeah, buddy. Can't have you getting dehydrated.
That's right.
Doing another blackberry and lemonade.
Yes, sir.
That's phenomenal. I gotta try that sometime.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, there's Crown, Crown Royal, Jack Daniels. There's several companies that make blackberry whiskeys,
Yep.
but the main one is Old Smoky. They make moonshine too, but their whiskey is fantastic.
Like when you say they make moonshine, like moonshine, or like kind of moonshine. Archibald is definitely the star of the show because the picking is not for sure. I gotta get to picking on these again if I'm gonna get my assassin patch on.
So something else to share with you guys. I don't know. I know the post office won't let you ship liquids. I don't know how to ship this without it getting broken. But like if I hit 100 before the end of the year, one of the things I'm thinking about doing, my wife and I did something for the first time this year that we've never done before, and we're going to give away to a bunch of our friends as Christmas presents. We made our own homemade Kahlua, but I made it out of a salted caramel coffee, and
Oh,
it turned out amazing.
salted caramel anything is phenomenal.
Yeah, but yeah, this turned out really smooth, really good. But it's homemade caramel Kahlua. But I don't know how the heck I can ship that, whether FedEx or UPS will allow.
You lie to them. That's how you ship it.
How?
You lie to them.
Oh, right.
There's no fragile or liquid.
Nothing fragile. Yeah, yeah, and then watch them drop it. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're gonna get a broken wet box with broken glass inside. There's nothing left.
You make sure you line the box in plastic so that it doesn't leak out. Well, we put something good in there for you. Just suck on the styrofoam peanuts for a while. You'll be all right.
Right. No, no commercial moonshine. Way lower.
Yeah,
I've got buddies that make homemade stuff too.
I was asking about. You said they make a moonshine. I said, is that moonshine, or kind of moonshine?
I want to say it's only 100 proof. It's nothing crazy. They do standard moonshine, but they, most of it's flavored. They've got, blackberries and strawberries and vanillas and whatever. And yeah, most of it's just flavored stuff. So if you really want to take the axle grease off something, just get yourself some Everclear.
Yeah, I was going to say we got Everclear here in Massachusetts, 198, I think it is. Like it's up there.
Yeah, it's 200 proof. It's the stuff I'm buying here anyway.
Yeah, it's not quite 200 here, but it's close enough. I bought a bottle because I was going to make some mushroom tinctures, and I will tell you, no mushrooms touched that bottle, but the whole bottle disappeared over a course of time, which is why I'm no longer allowed to drink on a regular basis.
That stuff is somewhere else. The whole bar set up here, and I couldn't find the Everclear. I know we've got bottles, but we've also got stuff stored away that's like mixers for parties. That's just my normal liquor. We try not to get into the Everclear on a regular basis.
I tell you take a shot of that, and your mouth gets dry real quick.
Yeah. All right, Rabbit Picker 87 says he's subscribed. Appreciate it, brother.
Good. There we go.
Check out, see if he's Rabbit Picker 87. Let's go see if he's got a channel.
Oh, he will. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed there.
Let's see here. I'll put an @ in front of it. See if that helps. It doesn't want to find him.
Yeah, he's got a channel.
All right, can you link it? I'm not seeing it where I'm searching.
Yeah, let me
maybe I need to put a capital R. Is it case sensitive? Is it
I was not subscribed to him. I can't believe that. What a butthole, Grits. We are now.
Rabbit. Oh, Rabbi Picker, not rabbit. My apologies. Rabbit is not kosher. Okay. Cheesy grits. Perfect. Thank you, my friend.
Sure.
Rabbit Picker DOV. Subscribe. Got you back, my friend.
I thought it was kosher. Okay.
Rabid Rabbi. Spicy nug.
Matzel paws. That's it.
Daiquiri Factory in Houston does Everclear daiquiris. Nice.
Oh,
yes,
oh man.
All right, Stu, you keep talking about Texas. You need to come back. We can hang out. I'll ride my bike down to you. We'll spend weekends picking locks and drinking whiskey.
Smoking cigars. Smashed on whiskey.
I will draw the line at getting handcuffed together.
That could lead to some fun shit, though. You never know. Make sure there's
some interesting videos for sure.
Make sure there's a key.
Right.
What's going on, Chris?
Hey, Chris. Yeah.
Well, that would be Texas Rebel.
We're just talking about how it does a very effective job of hiding my double chin.
We need to put your link up there as well.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. I gotta find you here.
Hey, Stu, if you're coming down here to visit family, I by no means want to impose on your time with your family, but if anybody for that matter, if any of y'all find yourself in Central Texas, I'm on Discord, same handle, Texas Rebel. Hit me up. if I'm busy with work or life or family and I can't make it, so be it. But if I've got free time and you got free time, I'd love to meet any of you and meet at a bar, and I'll bring you a poker chip and buy you a beer, and be good to hang out with any of y'all.
Yank that freaking
You ain't
pick in the house.
say what?
YTFP, Chris. I'm not sure what that stands for, but we have affectionately renamed him to Yank that frickin' pick.
You ain't that friggin' pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to spend some time down in Texas. Like if I end up down there, I will definitely be hooking up with you.
Yeah, yeah. No, I keep
I
posting.
don't ride a bike, but I'm trying to get into painting. Maybe I can come down and paint a bike.
Okay, yeah. I mean, let me know what you want. I'm pretty heavy in that community, so mine's older. It's not like collector old. It's a 2002. Um, but I got friends that are rebuilding choppers right now that are from the 70s. I got people with brand new bikes that are the newest Harleys that are all customized. I can get you pictures of all kinds of crazy stuff. And then I've got a cousin um, in Oregon that actually works as like a professional painter. He does motorcycles, he does all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
good money in that.
and he works with a company that rebuilds them. He used to have his own painting company. He did vehicles. He's taught shows at SEMA. Like, this guy's got more talent in his pinky than I've got in my whole body. I can't draw a straight line with a friggin' ruler.
That's funny you
Um,
mentioned SEMA. The artists I watch, I'll go to SEMA. Like I would love to go to that, but you got to be a somebody in the automotive industry in order to, or the
well, it's like SHOT Show. It's not meant for the consumers. It's meant for the industry professionals and police and military and stuff like that. You can't just buy a ticket and go.
Yep.
But yeah, he works for Sucker Punch Moto, I think is the name of it. Let me look it up. Make sure I'm.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, they just rebuilt
I
a
got so many
or not
bylaws. I'm
just
so happy.
yeah, Sucker Punch Moto. Yeah, you got a bunch of bylocks today, buddy.
Yeah, I'm happy. So happy.
Rusty Spoon says, "Geez, Crits, even I ride a bike." What do you got, Rusty Spoon? My beard is like a sad Brillo pad. Oh, Stu. I will tell you, when I first got out after 17 years of shaving every day, this upper this mustache, it was like a boar hair bristle. It was just so coarse, and so, I mean, even now, after years of using beard oil on it every day, and doing the whole maintenance thing and growing it out for years, this is about as long as I can seem to get it. I can get it longer, but it starts looking real scraggly and real beat up. So I try and keep it clean. I run a business. But man, when I first got out, it was horrible.
Sad Brillo pad.
He says, a motor or Rusty Spoon, he, she. I think Rusty's a girl, right?
Rusty is a girl. Yes.
Rusty's a girl. It's a
Rusty
motorcycle. It's
is
a
the
crotch
girl.
rocket. The girl. Gotcha.
The girl.
Well, Rusty, I won't hold that against you. I'm a middle-aged Harley guy, so. So Spicy says, I have found springs in my beard, leg hair, and eyebrow.
Shit turns up in the hairs. That's for sure. It's funny. I was doing my. That reminds me. I was doing shimming the Schlake Primus Everest with Logic Wizard the other day, and I'm like, I can't find my goddamn glasses. He goes, "Are they on your head?" Right? Yeah, there they are. Yeah, thank you.
I think everyone who wears glasses at some point has done that.
Yep. Well, I couldn't feel it because I had a hat on and they were on there, and we weren't even on camera. We were just in video mode at this, or audio mode at that point. He's like, "Have you checked your head?" And I'm like, "Wow, what an asshole!" Yeah, they're right there.
All right, so I'm going to have to. Earlier, you guys, I don't think you those of you who were here early, you may have heard us talk about it, but I got a Schlage Primus Everest. Apparently, it just says Primus on the key, but it does have the little mountain. I don't know if you can see that. It's going to focus. It's got the mountain on it, and I'm on the LPU website, and it's showing the Primus and the Everest Primus as a brown, but it's also showing the Everest 29SL Primus XP, whatever the heck all that means, as a red.
Yeah, I think that's what you have. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I would assume Adam, the guy bought it from AMV Garrett or whatever his handle is on the Discord and on the Lock Bazaar. He had it listed as a brown, so I would assume he knows better. He
All
seems
right,
to
yeah, that's a brown.
probably knows what he's talking about. I'm still the FNG.
Chris, they have arrived. And I'm still getting very familiar with them. Texas Rebel even sent me one, but there is no key, so I definitely I like to have keys for everything. One of those, I'm one of those weirdos. Got keys, and I got a gnarly bilock padlock. It's not a spring shackle though. I do want to clean this up. I'm trying. The cores are supposed to come out. I'm not sure how they come out. There's
Friggin' moth.
maybe there's a different key that gets it out. I don't know.
And I'm messing around. And of course, I don't know the model. I'm on a website right now to see if I can get you a copy of the key for the lock I sent you, since I was selfish and kept the key for the other half of it.
Everybody needs a key. There is a point here where that clicks when it turns. Like it almost feels like control, but I don't. I thought these cores were supposed to slide out of here. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you've got to have the control key for that. Do they do control keys for the
They don't.
for the bilocks? No,
they don't. The same key does it. I could be lying to you too. Like I don't want to go on record and say they do, but they do this little thing here. They see this dimple. These dimples are supposed to remove the keys.
Okay. Yeah, see the one bilock I've got, I don't know if you can see it, it's got the little thing on the bottom side.
Sure.
That's part of the, that's got to be depressed. So like when you're picking it, you pick either side. And then when you think you've got it, I think you've got to press under there. But I've only watched like one video and wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, well, I mean, all I've showed you my keyway C-Stu do. They're I don't know, they're all different, but irregardless, none of them are easy. The easiest one I got is missing, is this one here, and it's only easy because I have removed one of the sidebars. There's two sidebars in here. I've removed one to learn how to pick it. I still can't pick the damn thing, so
all right,
it's been my quest.
Spicy says, everybody's got a bilock now. I need one. Spicy, I'll make you a deal. So just sheer dumb luck when we were doing an unboxing earlier, Cheesy Grits sent me some locks and I asked him what he wanted. He's like, well, I'm always looking for bilocks. And just sheer dumb luck, I went and saw a local locksmith and was asking him if they had anything they could sell or donate. And they gave me a deadbolt, but it was locked on both sides. So I was able to disassemble it, keep half for me and send half to him. But I am nowhere near ready to pick that thing. So if you want to try one and you haven't, I would be glad to send it to you as long as you do me a favor and send it back when you're done.
Bilocks or something special. Is C-Stu dude doesn't know, says he doesn't know what one is. So you see the key? It's basically two keys. It fits that really goofy keyway. You basically have two inline locks. It's bilock. There we go. And all the bilock keys seem to fit in all the bilocks. They just don't necessarily open them. But they all fit. Yeah, there's that one. There we go. Yeah, these are they're nutty, and they're like you can master pin them. I also got a whole package of master pins with them too. You can master pin them to make them easier. But as they stand with master pins, they are generally like black belt or higher ranked locks.
Yeah, I think the one I sent you is either a first belt or a second degree black belt. You'll have to let me know once you open it up.
Usually they're like double blacks. Very cool. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I was happy to return the favor.
Well, I sent you the locks and you went out and bought them anyway. I was trying to save you some money.
Well, like I said, we just like this, the video, what you and I are saying, we're a little bit behind the comments. For some reason, when you'd put that in the comments that you were going to send me some stuff, I thought you were just saying, hey, as a new lock picker in general, I got some extra stuff I'm going to send you. And I figured it would just be a smattering, almost like the Greg Potter, starter kits of a little bit of everything to try out. I didn't know you were sending me stuff specific for the thing, because otherwise I would have saved myself the $30 on the drive into town. I live an hour from town.
Yeah, we can, we can rectify that too. I got locks I can send, like, definitely.
What's a ute? The two utes.
The two utes.
The two utes.
The two utes out back wearing toques and drinking beer.
Your Honor, permission to treat the witness as hostile. Oh, you think I'm hostile now?
That's hilarious. What's a ute? The two utes.
Man, the first day or I think it's the second day, the first day he shows up wearing whatever, and the judge is like, hey, I told you to be dressed appropriately. And he hits the local like thrift store and gets this horrible friggin' suit from like the 70s.
Who is it that the two utes?
Huh?
Who is it that coined that? I forget.
That was the movie is what's the guy's name? It's the bad guy from Home Alone. And he's a lawyer trying to get his cousin off. Him and a buddy are basically the small towns railroading them for shooting a shop clerk and yada yada. My cousin Vinny is the name of the movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. I was going to look that up, but yeah, my cousin Vinny, and then it's got his girlfriend is Maria Tomei, I think it's whatever her name is.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, that one. I don't have any extra locks to send me. I'm only checks notes 1,000 miles away. And Rabbi, where are you at? 10,000 miles away. Where are you, in the North Pole?
Dig the name.
All right, Rabbi. Everybody wants to know where's the domicile, where we live. Marissa Tomei, yeah.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci, there you go.
Joe Pesci, the little guy.
GP man says, yeah, the hot chick.
Right there.
Yes, she was
Promised Land. He's Rabbi is in the home of the multi-lock.
He's in Israel.
Yeah, home of the multi-lock.
Gotcha. I've worked with some of the IDF. Impressive people.
Utes.
The two Utes.
Any of you Michigan people remember the Youpers? There's a band that was out. I was a kid, called the Youpers. Yeah. Want to sit on Grandpa's lap? That's hilarious.
Well, I feel like I should be picking something instead of just sitting here, but I'm enjoying
Yeah,
my
I think
whiskey in
I'm
my
gonna
lap.
wrap it up here pretty soon. Anyways, it's been a hard day for me. Like we got dumped on with snow, and I had to remove a lot of it at work, and then come home and do it again. Uh,
So, Rabbi, if you're interested in trading, I don't know if you're on Discord. A bunch of people are on Discord. There's tons of different LPU server, and then there's all kinds of stuff on there. If you're looking for people to trade, you've got access to stuff that we don't have easy access to, and vice versa. Um, you know,
I'd love to get
reach
my
out.
hand on one of those rabs.
Yeah. Figure something out. Reach out to Cheese. Reach out to me. Reach out to somebody. We'll trade you, man. We'll find some stuff here that you want and send it to you, and you send us that stuff, and we'll just trade you.
Yeah, there's also the challenge patches. If you do the challenges, they won't send you the patch, so you can have it sent to us, and some of us will be happy to middleman that over to you. The
Oh,
lock.
so you're talking about for the lockjaw, yeah.
Yeah, because they won't mail internationally, which I get. But
Okay,
I
so this is an LPU and Dog Pound. Cool.
yeah, I'm happy to help with that.
Yeah, we were talking about that on you and I think it was you and Grouchy Lenny and Swamp
Grouchy.
Picker were doing live,
Yeah,
and yeah, there's a bunch of us that if you want to do any of the lockjaw stuff, apparently they only do it in the States. Is all the mail stuff too. If you want to do a night watch, if you want to do whatever, we'll do one with you, or you can just give them our address, and when it comes in, we'll ship it to you. We'll get it to you. We'll take
yeah,
care of our community.
absolutely. Thanks, Picker.
Much appreciated. Night Crew Fun stream. Oh, you
Yeah.
heading out Swamp Night, buddy?
Oh, good.
My night crew's coming in a few days. Cool. Very nice.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, ironically, I've heard everybody say that in general, if you don't hear from Lockjaw, that's a good thing. If they reach out to you, it's because your stuff wasn't approved. Um,
That's not necessarily true anymore.
it doesn't seem that that's true anymore. I've already gotten an email on my pack leader and on my night watch. And then the same day I submitted my Berserker one, I think the next day I placed an order and I put in that order a note, or I emailed them saying, hey, just so you know, I just placed an order number, XYZ123, whatever it is. And by the way, I've applied for 3 of your challenge locks or 3 of your challenges. If you want to save shipping and just put it, all my patches in the package whenever you ship it out. So we'll see if that expedites anything and gets me my goodies.
Yeah, I know somebody else did that, and they got theirs in their order.
Yeah, that's who I got the idea from. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, somebody else had said they'd done it. For some reason, I want to say Grouchy, but I don't remember.
Yeah, Spoon's also verifying that she got email on.
Yeah, and I've seen several people post on Facebook on the. I'm gonna forget what the name of it is.
I got a feeling they were real busy for a long time there. Like I think Chris was doing some stuff because when I got the art from them for t-shirts,
okay,
he was on the road quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah, the art of lock picking. I've seen several people posting up there, and a bunch of people are getting their 200K club. I'm on the page right now. Lord Kodiak posted up. I know Swamp Picker just got his recently. I got mine the other day.
Oh, Packlock's phenomenal about getting those out.
Yeah. Oh man, and they responded quick too.
Yeah.
Even the email. They told me they sent me the thing saying your number 170 and your number, or no, was that the Blue Whale? I think the Blue Whale told me I was number 170 to complete it, and number 8 in Texas.
Yeah, it's Blue Whale.
But he said, "Hey, I'm going on vacation for this week." I'm like, "Hey, enjoy the holidays, no rush, whatever." But he sent me a thing that he's going to get it shipped out this week.
I don't think I know how many people in Massachusetts did the blue whale. I don't think they ever put it on my thing. I'm like
Let me
number 160 something though.
Find it, because I'm pretty sure he said that that's something he wants to start tracking or is going to start tracking. And I'm an idiot looking in my emails. I'm pretty sure it was on Discord. Let me get in here. There he is. Okay, so he just said, I completely misread that. Congratulations, 8th from Texas. I plan on having tracking info soon, so I assume that means the tracking for the package to me.
Yeah,
But when he
that.
initially responded to the video I put up, he said I was number 170th to finish that. So I'm curious to see what Lockjaw is going to do with their season 1 stuff, so to speak. The 4 challenges they've got up right now, because I joined right before Pack Leader came out. Not joined, but started lockpicking. And I am not ready for the Assassin one. And I don't anticipate being ready this year. But simply, we're saying that they're actually talking with the people that run that stuff and are they're figuring out, is this going to be a limited run, and it's only available this year, and if you don't get it, you don't get it. So there's some prestige to it, but at the same time, allowing people that get into lock picking next year and they weren't around when that happened, allowing them to try the older challenges at least until they're maybe until their inventory of patches. If they bought X amount of patches, I can't imagine they're having them made one off every time somebody does it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Rusty, you can rake for pack lock, yes. Blue whale, no.
Yeah,
but you don't have to gut for blue whale.
Yeah, I don't think blue whale's got any stipulations on. Are there really any stipulations on that one?
Blue whale, you have to pick them. Like they're picks.
Oh, it's got to be single pin. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a single pin. I do know for like the Berserker, you can't change your tools. You got to pick one rake or one pick and one tension tool. You're not allowed to change.
Yep.
Which if you do the stuff that a lot of us are doing and just buy 20 of the same lock, you don't need to.
Yeah, Spicy's got that sexy assassin patch. I want that so bad.
I would like one, but I know I'm not ready for it yet. I'm not good enough yet, but I'm pretty proud that within my first month of doing this, I've gotten up to blue belt, and I've already done 3 of the lockjaw. I've done the blue whale. I've done the 200K.
Yep.
That's a pretty damn good start.
Yeah, you'll find your picking goes exponentially. Like, although, like I'm struggle busting with everything right now, but basically the people that I kind of went up the belts with, they're turning brown. Like they just got their purples. Literally, like 5 of us in a period of 3 days, and 3 of those people already went to brown. So
nice.
Like a month after, not even 3 weeks after.
Yeah,
anything you want for Berserker.
Say again.
I'm reading the things. Somebody said, "Can you use yours for Berserker?" You can use anything you want for Berserker.
Yeah, there's no any lock. There's no level requirement. No LPU
any level of lock
ranking. Yeah. Sorry for asking all the time for people to repeat themselves. I spent a career in military aviation. I am half deaf, so I hear that things are being said, but I constantly have to, if things aren't clearly enunciated or spoken loudly, or there's other things we talk over each other, I don't hear it half the time.
I love how I spent a lifetime in military aviation. I spent a lifetime going to punk rock concerts. I'm also deaf.
And I've been to a few concerts too. And I've also been a firearms instructor and spent a lifetime shooting guns and couldn't afford suppressors till I was older. And yeah, my ears are not great.
That's funny. There are a few who murmur about possibly using baby toy locks to see how far any lock. Yeah, like they say any lock, like it is
Well,
in black and white, any lock.
yeah. Well, I will
Bunch of
tell you for what it's worth,
3D printed
if
locks.
anybody tries to be cheeky like I was without asking the community, so I got on Amazon. Here's a 12 pack of TSA locks, itty bitty little locks. And it was, like friggin' $12. So between 2 packs of this, I got 24 locks and it was just over $20. And I'm like, oh, this will be great. It'll probably have one, maybe 2 pins, and this will be great. It'll be easy. And then the thing showed up. Look how tiny this little thing is. I can either get a pick in there or a tension tool. That's it.
Dude,
So
I picked boogers bigger than that. You kidding me?
so part of me has thought about sending these back, but it's not Amazon's fault that I ordered something that didn't work out. So I think I'm probably just going to keep them. And what I might do is I'll get a Dremel, and when I make challenge lock, I might send my first challenge lock. Um, I don't remember who it was. One of you suggested I call it the goat after some of the stuff earlier in this thing, but I make it the goat, and I'll mill a couple of these. Goat 1, goat 2, goat 3, goat 4, and that way, if you pick the lock, you get to keep one of the mini locks, and then you pass on the rest. And the first 5 people to pick it get a little collector item to hold on to, or maybe just put TXR on here for Texas Rebel or something. Do something with them, make them a giveaway, use them somehow.
Okay, Keeman says you can pick it with just the pick, stick it in there and turn.
Yeah, probably. So I messed with some of them, couldn't get anything to consistently open, and
You know
ended
what you
up
could
getting
do, right? Drill a
getting
hole in
these
the
from.
side of it, make one giant security pin, and then grub screw it.
So I will admit I'll dime myself out. I got 20 of these from Harbor Freight to do my. They're just big enough that you can get tension and a pick in them. They've got, I want to say I think they've got 4 pins in them actually, 3 or 4. But one of them bricked up on me. If you watch my video where I failed on the Berserker challenge, one of these just would not open. And in the uh, pack of locks I got from Greg Potter, one of them literally had 1 pin in it, just 1 pin. So that's the lock I replaced to do those. So the first one, it's like, dink, that's easy. Okay, next.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
wish I had 20 of
it
them.
works.
Yep.
Spicy says the white lock versus blue whaley open with just the pick. Yeah,
Yeah.
white belt is white belt. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. White belt's any lock. It's
Any lock.
yeah. Tiny cutaway.
Yeah, they're talking about turning those into cutaways.
Yeah. Dude, with how tiny that thing is, I would need a mill or something. We were talking about this before. I've got an open air barn for my horses and my donkeys and goats. But I don't have a shop. I don't have, I'm going to be using a Dremel by hand. There's no way
Yeah,
I'd have
you're
the
gonna need a
precision to do
laser to
that.
cut that.
Yeah, you'd need a fucking, pardon my language, a milling
Yeah,
machine, whatever.
you don't need to excuse your language around here. We all speak French.
Well, I have too much whiskey. I start speaking it real fluently. So
Yeah, I got my hands full now with all these bylaws.
horses to do it.
Yeah, have you taken this apart yet?
I think I took one half of it apart, and actually, now that I think I did. I can't remember. Maybe I didn't. Actually, honestly, I don't think I did because I didn't want to lose parts and mess it up. I think the one I was thinking of when I was telling you that I pulled one apart and it only had there were 2 of the pins that um, didn't have false gates but appeared to not have um, not be master pins. I think that was my Medico M3 was the one I pulled apart to kind of learn it. I don't think I've taken this bylock apart yet.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, right? Like it's funny because it's key and knob, right? There are no
Right.
pins in this. This operates, it's a round, the core comes out and there's 6 pins in line, right? That
Okay.
don't go anywhere. The
They
holes
just
in the,
levering cams.
yeah, the holes in the side of the pins lift up and then the sidebar slides into them,
Okay.
right? And then those 2 bars go in and then it rotates around. Um,
Yeah, I'd watched Lockpicking Lawyer's video on when he picked one of those, but I haven't, spent a lot of time researching it or
it's
really
just
worried.
weird when you look at it because you're thinking, oh, I got to lift the pin. Oh, no, no, no. The pins don't go anywhere. They stay in the cylinder. I'm going to pull one out of here. The mechanism itself, like, is absolutely an incredible marvel of engineering, almost as good as an Elroy's Toys Challenge lock. I got one of them I can't get open.
Tiny hacksaw.
There we go.
That's one thing I'm gonna have to figure out is I've already got a couple locks that I've lost apart or broke apart when I've been opening them, and finding all the parts and pieces hasn't been easy.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like, I pulled the spring out of the carpet the other day. I'm like, I don't remember losing you. All right. If you can see, I don't know how well you can see that.
Yeah, I can see the 3 holes in it, or 2
Yeah,
holes.
those are your
So I'm assuming one's a false gate and one's the true gate.
well, these are both true gates.
Okay. So is that
That's
a
the
master
beauty of the
pin?
master pin, so that
Okay.
you can open it with other keys. Um, one will be a little more difficult than the other. But
Spicy's like here.
like here's another different version of that. Um, come on. It just kind of slides into a giant hole.
Okay. Yeah. So that looks a
Right?
lot like the yeah, I've seen some videos of those. Okay.
Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic. Which is why I fell in love with them because you don't see them here. They
Yeah.
just don't
On
exist in
this,
the states.
just learning all these, like, even the lower level locks, just regular security pins was fun. But these high security ones, how they work, how the locking bars integrate, just the engineering behind it and the
Yeah,
ingenuity and learning how they work, it's a brain tickler. I really enjoy it.
somebody was either really, really, really bored or really, really, really trying to get rich. I actually, a buddy of mine is friends with the people whose like great grandfather started Master Lock. Um, and he was saying like they're so ridiculously wealthy, it's unbelievable. I said that's
Yeah, isn't
funny.
it funny how some of the most popular stuff in the world, one, it's just people don't know. Like, to be honest, I knew Master Lock was probably not as nice as, like what we had in the military on the arms room doors, stuff like that, obviously, but they're good enough. After getting into it, it's like anything if I care enough to lock it up, I'm not using a padlock. I'm not going to go out and buy a $200 lock, but I mean, I'm at least going to put a pack lock, 98 Pro on it or something. Um, but isn't it funny how some of the most popular brands, once they get so big, they just don't really care about quality. They've done the work to establish their brand, and they just let quality fall off, and they just coast on their reputation and that they're the biggest dog around. So they get into all the box stores and stuff, and
Oh yeah,
just they don't seem to care about quality. I mean, just in general, nobody makes anything that lasts anymore. Everything's got built-in obsolescence and parts that are designed to fail after about 6 months after the warranty runs out.
yep.
That refrigerator, that stove, that dishwasher, whatever.
That's so true. It's funny. Chris says the only pens in the world that are venomous because they're from Australia. Everything's deadly in Australia.
That's nice.
Where the locks will kill you. Yeah, I love these locks. They're awesome.
Yeah, if you get it picked, I'll be curious to see what's in it. But whenever you're ready to call it, bud, I'm good either way. I gotta double check. I don't think I've got anything going tomorrow.
I gotta repin my other one, so like I'll I'll wait till I know you're in the chat or something, and I'll repin
Gotcha.
the other one so you can see what's like they're gnarly.
All right. Double check Facebook real quick. It looks like I do have. I thought I had. Sorry, guys. Events. Okay, yeah. Okay, I've got a few bike things to do tomorrow. Unfortunately, I've got a Killeen, Texas. We're just off of Fort Hood, biggest military installation in the continental U.S. For those of you that don't know, but the town just south of it, we've got a veteran cemetery, and my bike organization is very involved with anything to do with supporting veterans. So there's an unaccompanied veterans funeral tomorrow at 11 a.m. So I will probably ride my bike out for that. And then, unfortunately, last week I had a pretty bad 24 hours. I got a text from my dad. The first one was expected. It was my great aunt passed away. Um, she was elderly, had cancer. We kind of knew it was coming. But then the next morning, I went to a charity event. If you haven't heard of it, Reese for Vets. Um, they buy wreaths and we put ribbons on them. We go down the veteran cemetery, and every year for the holidays, we go and place wreaths on all the vets, headstones, just pay
Yep.
respect to our fallen veterans and give them some company for the holidays. And then we go back in January and retrieve them. Same kind of deal. 4th of July, we put out flags, stuff like that. Well, that's something that I've done personally for years. And then since I started my own company, my company goes and, we community service, all that stuff that we were doing anyway. Um, anyway, that day that I went to help prepare the wreath, so the week before we laid them, we were fluffing, not my word, they made it up, but we were fluffing the wreaths.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you.
Yeah. So that's what they call it. But anyway, I got word that unfortunately the night before, right around the time I was getting word that my great aunt had passed away, that one of my brothers in the motorcycle group I'm with had hit a deer and passed away.
Oh no.
So that stung. And then I came home, and my daughter, who just got married, so my new son-in-law had gotten word that his uncle died that day. So rule of three, we're done. I don't need any more deaths for a while.
Yeah,
Um,
that's rule of three is a real thing.
yeah, but we're going through, all his stuff. So I'm doing the unaccompanied veterans funeral tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon, the family is having a ceremony, um, funeral home thing just for them, but they have requested that our bike organization come and show support. So we're going to meet somewhere else, and then a group of, if I were to guess, there's probably going to be somewhere between 20 to 50 of us are going to go do a lap around the funeral home and rev our engines, and then go away. And they're going to have a remembrance for all of his motorcycle group brothers at another time. But I've got that tomorrow afternoon. So I forgot. I knew I had the thing in the afternoon, but I didn't think I had the morning. So, but it's not till 11, so I've got plenty of time to get sleep. Oh, and it looks like I lost Cheesy Grits. Let me look at the live feed. It's still showing him. So yes, Rusty, it was not a fun couple of days, but I've got a good support network. Wife's amazing. Got family, and I got. There, you're back.
Yeah, I don't see a picture though.
Yeah,
There
you're
we
back
go.
on my screen.
There we go.
But yeah, we keep losing you.
Yeah,
So snowstorm must be getting. What kind of internet you got?
What's that?
What's your internet? Are you on
Cable.
fiber optic
Whatever.
or cable? Okay.
Yeah, it's cable. fiber optic.
Hey,
We don't
Rabbi.
got no nouveau cable fiber optics around these parts.
All right, Rabbi's got to go to work. Rabbi, have a good one. It was a pleasure meeting you. Reach out to
Have
any
a
of us
great
anytime.
day. Good to see you. What I was saying when I got cut off is just because you got a lockpicker channel don't mean you can't broadcast, like do a live vertical stream from whatever it is you're doing, like with that motorcycle stuff, because
Yep.
I guarantee you, you will gain tons of followers doing that.
I've actually, for those of you who are on my channel, if you go check it out, I actually did a short when we were lining up. And I was actually surprised. This is the 4th year I've done it. And the amount of bikes we usually meet offsite, and one of the semis, like we've already got pre-staged, 5 or 6 semis there full of wreaths, because there are thousands of headstones at this veteran cemetery. But we take one of the 18 wheelers and we escort it in, and there's already, all the civilians and all the people are there. But we have, hundreds of bikes escort this thing in. And in years past, even if it's 20 degrees outside, 30 degrees, which many years has been very cold, we have, I would guess somewhere around 400 to 500 bikes, 600 bikes. This year we only had about 150, 200. But I did a little short of, just pointed out which bike was mine, kind of shared a little funny story about it, and let everybody know what we were doing. And ironically, looking at the analytics, like the only shorts I've done for lockpicking, it had like 120 views or 98 views or something stupid. An hour later, my friggin' bike thing had like 1,800 views on it.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, just that alone will draw people. So,
Yeah.
like if you're trying to get your numbers up, just do a live vertical,
Yeah, from time to
while
time.
you're out doing it. Yeah. And it doesn't matter
I
what you're
got
doing, as long as it's, you're not offending the people that are around you. Like, shit, delete it.
right. The one thing I got to be careful of, part of the reason, like if you guys have caught on, part of the reason I keep saying my motorcycle group or my motorcycle stuff is they are very protective of their intellectual property.
Yep.
So me wearing my vest, like I don't say what their name is. I don't show me in my vest. If you watch my short, you will see a lot of people have the same stuff on. There are lots of different groups. There are actual MCs, motorcycle clubs. We
Yep.
are a motorcycle association. We are not. We wear a one-piece patch. We're a 501. We live in their world, but we're basically the VFW, but we ride bikes. Anyway, I'm not allowed to post stuff. I'm not allowed to say their name without their permission,
Permission.
unless
Yeah.
it's stuff like that. Like if they're in the background and I'm talking about in general, hey, we're doing this charity, and it shows the bike group doing bike things, that's fine. But if I say the name, if I fly their flag in my background, anything like that, I've got to get prior permission for every stinking post. It's like, it's just not worth it. I'll just refer to them as my bike group.
Sure.
So not too.
Understandable. Like, people this day and age, like, rip everything off. So, like, it's understandable.
Thank you, Rabbi. God bless you too, my friend.
All right, we were approaching the witching hour for me. I got to go to bed here pretty soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost 2 there, right? You're friggin' East Coast,
Yeah,
aren't you?
it's 10 of.
Yeah, I'm Central, so I'm an hour better off than you. But
When you get up early, and then, like I said, oh, I just heard a whole bunch of pins drop. So I think I was well on my way with this lock you sent me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a good time.
all right, well, once you get it and gut it, let me know whether you think it's a single black or a double black, so I can go onto the LPU website and at least click the right one of which one I own, so that when I get to picking it,
Sure.
I know what to classify it as.
Sure. I will tell you right now, the tensioning with these, what you don't want to do is break this.
Okay.
This little tongue here, and this is an extremely. This particular lock has a pin in here that you have to Not all of them have it, but this one has a pin.
So that doesn't go solid. That doesn't go solid through the cylinder. That's just the front.
That's just usually these face
Okay.
pieces slide off even.
So no heavy tensioning on that one. All right.
Well, when you do it, if you're going to tension on the right hand side, you need to apply your tension counterclockwise. If you tension on the left hand side, you got to go clockwise, so you're not putting pressure on that little
On the bottom.
on that.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
If you break it off, getting these face plates is damn near impossible. And like this one here has a pin in it. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but there's a pin right there in the middle.
I can look at mine. Yeah, I see it.
Not all of them have that.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I think that's what I was telling you on the key. Or here, let me see if I can show it to you.
Yep. Yeah, you got
the little mechanisms on the inside. That's what presses that up.
I don't think I have any of those here. But yeah, I know. I think all of mine have the standard keys. One of them has the the little dimple, but it doesn't work the way I think it's supposed to work. So,
well, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to send you. I'll get on Discord. I don't know if you could see it, if it's going to show. Oh, but the key's got numbers right there. It's kind of showing. So I don't know if that'll let you order one online, and that gives the locksmith the proper information.
Yeah, take a picture of that and ship it to me, because I'll never get that off of the video.
Yeah, no worries. I got you.
So, all right, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm glad this worked out.
Great time.
Yeah,
again,
it was fun.
it's a fantastic beard you have. Like, people should be jealous of that shit.
The fantastic what?
Beard.
Oh,
the beard. Because like my beard, I don't let it get that bushy, because I used to work with food all the time. But
yeah,
I refuse to wear a beard.
It's a food order. My mustache and my beard. Just if I eat, I'm going to the bathroom afterward and picking stuff out and checking the mirror, and I'm always got stuff in there.
Again, thank you for this. This is one of the most thoughtful things I've seen. And God bless our vets. Thank you to everybody that served. This is incredible.
My pleasure. I'm glad it tickled you, my friend.
Yeah, buddy. All right, everybody. You have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Been an awesome night for me. Making great friends. Texas Rebel, you have a great night, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Night, my friends. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, buddy.